Hello, silly people on the internet, and welcome back to Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. Today we're continuing where we left off at the end of chapter 1, and yup, let's get into it. Alright, so, this is where we left off. I guess I'm not saying anything, I'm just gonna... Should I even sleep? No? Oh, bathroom. It's gone. She really is gone. It's almost like there was never anything there to begin with. Every last sign of Sayaka's existence had disappeared without a trace. It's just like he said. After the class trial, before we took the elevator back up, Monokuma told us. Oh, I almost forgot. Since the class trial is over, I'll go ahead and dispose of all the corpses.
What are you gonna
It's okay,
do?
no need to thank me. Just seeing your delighted, smiling faces is thanks enough for me. After all, nobody wants to look at a rotting corpse every day. That can't be good for your health. Monokuma, you really care about health, huh? Oh god. I didn't even have time to mourn Sayaka and Junko's deaths. I'm sure that's exactly why he did it. It's a bad joke, a sickening dream, but I have to accept the reality of it all. I headed back to the dining hall to meet up with the others. Sorry I'm late.
So,
Hey, are you okay, Makoto?
Listen to me!
You sure took your sweet time. I was just about to go get you and drag you back here. Sorry. So, what happened? Was your room fixed up like he said? I imagine it would be pretty hard to sleep with a rotting corpse in your bathroom.
Hey, come on.
Jesus, that's fucked up, man. Why would you say something like that? My room was spotless. There wasn't anything left. Like the whole thing never happened.
I see.
It must be tough staying there, knowing what happened. Why don't you just stay in Sayaka's room? Well, staying there with her scent still hanging in the air, that would hurt just as much. Plus, I've decided that I can't turn away from her death. Makoto. Hey, cheer up. Getting depressed isn't gonna help anything, right? If we all work together, I'm sure we'll find a way out of here.
you got it.
So everyone just try and cheer up and get back on track. Is that honestly supposed to make us feel better? Huh? We were already working together, and yet someone was still murdered. Anyone could betray us at this point. Now that it's happened once, it's a question of when, not if, the next one takes place. Yeah, because Sayaka made the first move.
Well,
But if we work together against the mastermind, nobody will have any reason to do something like that.
Stop talking.
Keep telling yourself that. I'll be over here in the real world. Working together, fighting a common enemy. Like it or not, it's not that simple. What do you mean?
are you okay with this?
The mastermind seems to be much more powerful than we ever suspected. They took over Hope's Peak, which was supposed to be well defended, and modified it to fit their desire. They created Monokuma, which seems to be incredibly advanced, and they're providing for our every need. And the cherry on top is the execution we witnessed.
Honestly.
Everything has been planned down to the last excruciating detail. This is not the work of your everyday psychopaths. Defying them may be too great of a risk.
So
Then, what are we supposed to do? Anyone who truly does want to escape will just have to follow the rules. In which case, the only option is to deceive those around you and win the game.
No.
What?
Know what? I don't want to
I can't
live
do
if it
this.
means killing someone else to do it. Aw. I don't want to kill anyone else.
Huh?
Anyone else? What do you mean?
It's because...
Leon died because we all voted for him, right? It's no different from us killing him ourselves.
But...
So,
If we hadn't voted for him, then we all would have died instead, right? That isn't what you wanted, is it?
so it's...
She's right. If you heap that kind of blame on yourself, you'll turn into a full-fledged masochist. Bro, what? Chihiro, listen. You're not to blame. Not you, not Leon, and not Sayaka. The mastermind is responsible for everything that's happened. We had no choice but to vote. I can't even imagine what would have happened to us if we'd refused. And in the end, it was Monokuma who ultimately killed Leon. So don't waste your anger on yourself. Instead, direct it at the mastermind. Ding dong bing bong. Hello.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is soon
Ah.
the doors to the dining hall will be open.
Yeah.
And one other thing. It was totally obvious before that you were trying to make yourselves feel better and justify what you... See you, don't see you, see you. That's about how much I can see you, even when you try to hide. Now pay attention and remember this well. The burden of judging others is a heavy one to bear. So be well aware of your actions. Order and stability rely on the sacrifice and responsibility of everyone. Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Oh, fuck you. What was that just now? Was he saying it's our fault what happened? That's pretty cruel, man.
Don't fuck with
That
me.
piece of shit. Who does he think he is? And so the day drew to a close. A tense maddening day that saw the deaths of 3 classmates, Sayaka, Junko, and Leon. But this is just the beginning. Our despair has only just begun. Oh no. Boy's Life of Despair. Daily life. Huh. I woke up the next day to Monokuma's normal morning announcement. Then he called us all to the gym. What's he gonna do to us this time? We were practically frozen with fear, but Monokuma was determined to get us involved in his little game. And with that goal in mind, he began it. What the fuck?
Okay, lift your arms up and down.
Are we doing fucking fitness in a killing game?
What?
Doesn't this feel just great? Being stuck inside like this, you gotta make sure to stay healthy. You're the one keeping us stuck inside. Don't sweat the small stuff, that's my motto. Whoa, I sounded pretty cool just now, don't you think? Did you fall in love with me? Am I just to die for? Am I just to die in writing agony for? So, why did you call us here? Certainly it wasn't just to make us exercise. Just to make you exercise, just to make you exercise. If exercise makes you laugh, exercise will make you cry. Now, if you keep doing these exercises, you will uncover the secret of the assassin's fist. Passed down from generation to generation in the Empire of Darkness, the power can be yours. That sounds like the kind of junk a middle schooler would come up with. It doesn't matter, just get to the point. Did you really call us down here just to exercise?
Hey!
Of course not. You think I have that kind of free time on my hands? Okay, so then... I'd like to make an announcement. Every time you overcome a class trial here at Hope's Peak, a whole new world will open up to you.
What the heck?
A whole new world?
You
It'd really suck if you had to live here forever with nothing new to stimulate you. Besides, I know how you kids get these days with your ADD and ADHD. I gotta keep you motivated.
Very.
So go ahead, look around all you want. Enjoy the brave new post-trial world till you explode. How did he know? With that, Monokuma disappeared, leaving us even more confused than when he'd shown up. But, a new world? Is he talking about a way to get outside?
I wonder.
That seems unlikely.
Piece of shit.
Well, we don't know till we look.
Hey.
Whatever he meant, it seems we'll have to search the school one more time.
You hear me?
Okay then, let's split up and start investigating. When you're done, everyone meet back up at the dining hall and we'll share what we found. You're basically a one-trick pony, you know that.
Got it.
More like a staple food source, now let's get moving. Seeing his words as their signal, everyone scattered and left the gym. Huh. Last time we checked, I'm pretty sure the... Where was it? The second floor right. It's open now! The gate that was blocking the stairs has been opened. Is this what Monokuma meant by a new world? If so, what's up there? This is the second floor of the school. Maybe there's some kind of clue here. Yeah, I'm sure of it. There's gotta be something here. There's this over here. Holy shit. It's like a whole library. And everyone's here. Oh, hi. Hi, Kyoko. It's remarkably dusty in here and the lighting is less than ideal. For a library, it's not the kind of place I'd want to do much reading in. But still, this library is most interesting. Huh? What's interesting about it?
Stop talking.
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking out loud. Huh. I'm absolutely shocked. How come? They have all these books here and not one copy of any of my works. Well, yeah, why would they have comics in a library? Plus, most fanfic is just a porn drawn by a bunch of amateurs. You just don't get it. Not at all. I do too get it. And with a face like yours, anyone can tell nothing you do is worthwhile. Holy shit, they're savages. Say whatever you want about me, but never judge a book by its author. I don't think that's how the saying goes. Now hear this. Appearances mean nothing. Nothing at all. What you see before you is nothing more than the rind that contains the meaty pulp of my genius. My creations are what determine my meaning and value. You're so full of it. I'm used to being misunderstood. You think weak attacks like yours will drop my HP? Those two really worry me. Holy shit, hold on, there's a letter there. The shelf is covered in dust, but on the shelf is a letter. What's this? Hope Speak Academy. It was buried under a thick layer of dust. It must have been sitting there for quite a while. Well, shall we see what's inside? But we shouldn't read other people's mail without their permission.
Is that right?
What we shouldn't do is leave this here without finding out what's inside. Okay. I broke the seal on the dusty envelope and pulled out a single sheet of paper I found inside. I unfolded the paper and read what was written there. From the Hope Speak Academy Executive Office. Throughout the years, we have been committed to shaping the youth who will one day shape the world. We have a long, proud history as an institution of higher learning with full governmental support. Our graduates enter society ready to take on active leadership roles in every major job field. However, Hope Speak Academy must now lower the curtain on its glorious history for the time being. This decision was not an easy one to make, but serious issues beyond our control have made it necessary. But make no mistake, this is not the end for Hope Speak Academy. We intend to reopen our doors as soon as the issues forcing our closure have been removed. That being said, this is the end for now. And I would like to personally and sincerely thank everyone for your help and support over the years. For now, we are awaiting official governmental authorization to formally cease operations. What does this mean? The contents of this letter are quite interesting indeed. It would seem Hope Speak had stopped functioning as a school. And judging by the amount of dust the letter had collected, it doesn't seem to have happened recently. If I had to guess, I'd say this letter could be at least a year old. Holy shit. So you're saying Hope Speak closed down at least a year ago? Most likely, the mastermind took over the abandoned school in order to put on this little performance. But that would mean it was closed when I got here just a few days ago. But I didn't get that sense at all. Plus, if the school had shut down, don't you think it would have been in all the newspapers and stuff? I mean, you're saying it could have happened over a year ago, right? But before I got here, I looked stuff up online about the school and never saw anything about this.
So in other
That must have all been part of the mastermind's plan. They lured us all in here. Someone who could create a place to judge and execute people could potentially be capable of anything. Of course, that's all assuming that this letter is real.
However,
If it is real though, that does solve one mystery surrounding the school. The reason there are no other students here could be because the school had already closed down. That would be a nice simple solution, it's true. But then, what about this other part? This decision was not an easy one to make, but serious issues beyond our control have made it necessary. But make no mistake, this is not the end for Hope Speak Academy. We intend to reopen our doors as soon as the issues forcing our closure have been resolved. What do they mean by serious issues? That's apparently why the school had to close. Is there any connection between that and what's happening to us now?
no.
If the two events are in fact connected, uncovering that connection would be a useful clue on top of figuring out the mastermind's motive. Although, I can't really say any more until we find more details. So in other words, only the mastermind knows the truth right now. The mastermind's motive. If we can figure out why they would want to imprison us all here, will that be enough to get us out of here? Or It looks like a laptop. The laptop looks pretty old and it's all covered in dust.
So...
It's broken. I tried pressing the power button earlier, but nothing happened. It's broken, huh? Too bad. I was hoping I could use it to go online and see what's going on in the outside world. If it's broken, there's nothing I can really do about it. Maybe you can get that ultimate programmer to fix it. Oh. What do you gotta say? You must be pretty happy to have all these books around, huh, Toko? Not particularly. Nothing really caught my attention so far. Indeed, there's a plethora of books, it's true, but the content seems lacking. Where's the comic books? Where's the young adult section? Comic book? Young adult? That stuff's a waste of time. I've seen what you write, Miss Fukawa. Talented as you are, your stuff isn't any more worthwhile. My stories are filled with true love and pure feelings. Don't compare them to that garbage of yours. Your writing doesn't even mean anything. It's just a bunch of jumbled up letters. Someone should just burn it all. Oh, the lady doth protest too much, methinks. I bet you're secretly into boy on boy. What? Boy on boy? I don't care if it's an anime or comics or fanfic or whatever. It's all filth, throwaway culture that'll be trashed and forgotten in half a decade. Just talking about it makes me sick to my stomach. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. Grr, you've insulted me, and now you've insulted my honor. These two are really starting to freak me out. I've never seen anything like it. Holy shit. There is one part I haven't checked out yet, which is the pool. We have a fucking pool in here? That's pretty cool, actually. Hello. Oh, Makoto, hey, guess what? Guess what I found? A pool. There's a pool here. A pool. Pool, pool, pool. You don't have to keep repeating it. I got it. And there's a ton of exercise equipment in the locker room. Sakura's gonna go nuts when she finds out. Yeah, you're right about that. Hina seems way more excited than usual. Yeah, no shit, she's the ultimate swimmer. Hey, Chihiro, have you ever checked out the pool yet? No. I don't like wearing swimsuits. Yeah, you do seem like the type who might not be into that kind of thing. But still, it sounds like the locker rooms here have all the exercise equipment you could ask for. Maybe I'll give it a try. It's kind of like to get a little stronger. You want to get stronger? I have to say, that's kind of unexpected.
Yeah.
But I'm not even brave enough to step foot into the locker room. Huh? You don't even want to go into the locker room? It's not that I don't want to, but it's just... I don't get it. Is she afraid of locker rooms or something? That's a pretty weird phobia, though. Oh. What about you? The second floor has opened up, the living area has grown, and the number of facilities are now available. Whatever else is going on, I must admit, things have been made much more comfortable for us.
Do you understand?
If things continue like this, the occasional class trial may not be so bad. Behind this door is the locker room?
Yeah.
Oh, and I guess you need your handbook to get into the locker rooms. Really?
Of course.
Really, really? Wow! If you want to unlock the locker room, you'll have to swipe your personal e-handbook across the card reader next to the door. However, to ensure maximum security within each locker room, only a boys' handbook can open up the boys' locker room, and the same goes for the girls. And that's the bottom line. But what if someone opens the door and then someone else sneaks in? Anyone who commits such indecency will be punished without mercy for their scandalous sexual depravity. Yeah. See, that's a Gatling gun mounted on the ceiling, right? It'll all be duka duka duka. I bet it really hurt to get shot by that thing. No, I think it'll be a little worse than that. Well, what happens if someone loans their handbook to someone else? A boy could borrow a girl's handbook and that would get them into the girls' locker room, would it not? What? That never even occurred to me, to think someone could be so low, so cowardly, so devilish. Okay, then how's this sound? Time for a new rule. As of this moment, loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. That's gonna be important, probably. There, so now nobody can give their handbook to anyone else, right? You like that? I'm kind of a genius, right? It's because my brain is 100% cotton.
Honestly.
I do not imagine anyone would have lent their handbooks out in the first place. After all, they would likely be held responsible for anything that person might do using the handbook. But you know, you seem awfully concerned with all this locker room security stuff. It's because all you teenagers are sex-crazed maniacs. You're at that age you try humping a plastic pot. What? So to keep anything unseemly from happening, I have to maintain a rigorous watch. Then in that case, I would ask that you keep the same close eye on our dorms. If some man and some woman decide to share a room, there would be nothing to stop them. All I care about is protecting the holy image of the school itself. I don't care what happens in your private dorms, by force or by cunning, do whatever you want.
Just the word.
I hate you so much.
See
Okay, so the new regulation is now in place. See ya! Man, that stupid bear totally ruined my mood. Maybe I'll go take a dip to cheer myself up.
You got it.
Celeste, Chihiro, you wanna come with me?
As for me,
There's nothing I hate more than getting water on my face. Sorry,
I'm
I'll
sorry.
pass this time. How come? When you're in a funk, there's nothing better than a good swim to pull you out of it. I'm pretty sure that only applies to you. Anyway, now I have a pretty good idea of what's on the second floor. But I didn't see anything that might lead to any kind of exit or anything. All I can do now is hope someone else found something worthwhile. Okay, I'd better head back to the dining hall as soon as possible. Oh. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, how'd it go? Did anyone discover any interesting and knew anything?
Yes, indeed.
There's a library.
Okay.
And a pool! A freaking pool! And locker rooms filled with exercise equipment!
Well,
There was not, however, anything resembling an escape route. Yeah, she's right.
I see.
Well, hey, there's no reason to get all sulky. Wait till you hear about my amazing discovery.
Quiet down
The
and
warehouse and bathhouse on the first floor of the dorms are now open.
listen. You hear me?
And the warehouse is chock full of food, clothes, whatever you want. There's so much, it's insane. So go ahead and stuff yourself to the gills whenever you feel like. Ha ha ha.
are you okay?
Keep in
with
mind,
this?
of course, that going out at nighttime is still prohibited. Please do not forget.
Yo.
Okay, and what about a fucking way out of here? You find anything like that? Oh well,
What?
there wasn't anything in that warehouse we could use to get our asses out of here? Nothing? Unfortunately, no, not that I saw.
Hey, come on.
You fucking people.
What?
Who gives a shit if we have a goddamn pool now, or a warehouse, or whatever the fuck?
Stop
We're
fucking
still
around.
trapped in this piece of shit school. We need to find a goddamn way out. Now, there's no point in taking your anger out on us. Adaptation is key, yes? For now, we must each find a way to enjoy our current situation.
You piece of.
Whatever you say, you fucking loon. For now, let's just continue our investigation and let everyone know if you should discover something.
So then,
So, are we done for today? Well, yeah, I guess so. This guy seems way more nervous than usual. I think he's hiding something. The air seemed to suddenly grow heavy again. Was this the mastermind's plan to give us hope just to turn around and betray that hope? Maybe. Ding dong, bing bong. He must be referring to yesterday loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. But right now I need to hurry up and head to breakfast. Okay. Hello.
hey Makoto.
Morning, Makoto. Good morning. Is everyone here already?
Yo.
Nope, still waiting on Byakuya and Taka. Byakuya, no surprise, but it's strange that Taka's not here yet. Knowing Taka, I imagine he is trying to get the king of tardiness up and out of bed. I'm sure they'll be here soon enough, just be patient.
Let's see.
I don't mind waiting for them, but there is one problem. Which is, I am thirsty.
Hey, come
How
on.
the hell is that a problem? Ifumi, would you make me some tea? Huh? Milk tea, if you please.
Well,
Why me?
let's see.
Your roundish figure reminds me of the owner of the coffee shop I used to frequent. That's your reason?
This is fine.
I can feel my throat drying out. Quickly, please.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Poor guy. Apparently unable to refuse Celeste's order, Hifumi shulked his way into the kitchen. And a few minutes later... Thank you for waiting. Hifumi reappeared with tray in hand, the gentle aroma growing stronger as he approached. Finally. You could have made some tea, some for the rest of us, you know. I empathetically decline. You're not my type at all. It's all about the law of casualty. Basic instinct, act and react. Grr. Well then, if you don't mind. The smile played across her lips as she held the teacup delicately in her hand.
Oh.
Wait. She cocked her head to the side and threw the cup as hard as she could at the wall. Damn. What the? Hey, what are you doing, my little white rabbit? I hate this kind of tea. I don't understand.
Yes.
Imagine we are at a coffee shop, just any normal everyday cafe. I sit down and I order some tea. They then ask me, would you like lemon or milk? Now, further imagine that I replied, ah yes, I would like milk tea, please. In this case, along with my tea, they may bring me a small container of milk, yes? But this is not for me. I am among those who prefer the milk to be part of the process from the outset. The fragrance is just so overwhelmingly sweet that way. Adding milk or lemon right before you drink is like dousing your fries in ketchup, more condiments. Whenever looking for a cafe, I first reviewed their menu to see if it offers the proper style of milk tea. What the fuck? And I cannot acknowledge any milk tea that does not add the milk during the brewing process. If I had to describe our shared reaction to what we just heard, I'd have to go with wide-eyed bewilderment. I went to all that trouble to make you that tea, and you wanted me to go even farther? Yes, I realize it can be a bit of a hassle. Even in cafes that offer proper milk tea, it is always more expensive than simple tea with milk. It takes more time to prepare, surely, but why even bother creating a menu if you are not going to offer the highest level of quality? Well, we don't actually have a menu. That does not matter! Hurry up and bring me what I asked for, swine! Holy shit! What? Okay, your little piggy will bring it right. What the fuck? I do so love coercion. You were like a totally different person just now. Yeah, shit, you really went psycho there. I knew there was more to her when I first met her. I'd hate to have her as an enemy. Seriously, man, she's one scary chick. The dining hall doors flew open and one of the late arrivals came storming in. But bad news, everyone. There is a mystery afoot. Huh? What happened? It would seem Byakuya refuses to leave his room. I stood there pressing his doorbell over and over, but he never showed himself. Maybe he just wasn't there.
I think maybe...
I'd like to think so, but I'm worried something might have happened to him. What he meant by that. He didn't have to say anything else. Everyone understood exactly what that might mean. It might be a good idea if we all split up and go look for him. Ah, I was just about to suggest the same thing! Stop trying to one-up everyone. Okay then, I'll go check his room one more time. I'm just gonna keep on hammering that button till I get a response. Very well then, the rest of us can go check the rest of the building. Yeah, before it's, you know, too late. Anyway, we have to just do our best to find Byakuya. So where might Byakuya have gone? Maybe he went to go check out the second floor of the school again. Oh, hello.
Hey.
So you thought to come here too, huh? If you think about what Byakuya was so interested in yesterday, you can probably guess where he is right now, right? Huh? What was it Byakuya was interested in again? The library! Let me in. Where is he? When I opened the door to the library and looked inside, I cried out in sudden surprise. Byakuya! Oh, I thought he was dead. Of all the things I'd imagined, this most definitely wasn't one of them. Hey,
what are you doing?
Oh.
I'm fishing. What does it look like I'm doing? I'm trying to read, so if you could be quiet.
Oh, sorry. Wait, no! What are you doing here? Everyone's super worried. We've all been looking for you.
Who asked you to do that?
Because we're all supposed to meet up in the morning and eat together. We made a promise.
A promise? Can't I get a second's peace and quiet around here?
Byakuya snapped his book shut and slowly stood up, smooth and silent as a shadow. Meanwhile, the others must have heard me yell and started showing up one after another. Byakuya! So this is where you've been hiding. The heck are you doing here, man? We're very concerned. Well, you had no reason to be, I was just reading. I've never read such a coarse novel before, but it might just prove useful at some point. Well, what were you reading? A mystery novel. Wait, so are you gonna use what you're learning in there to betray us? Don't be stupid. Yeah, it's just something to keep in mind. Yeah, what? If I decide to fight, of course I'll come up with something original. Otherwise, this game of ours will be totally boring, right? It's not often you get to take part in such a high-stakes, high-tension activity. Fair point. So if you're gonna do it, you have to make sure it's entertaining. His words sent a chill down my spine. There was an undeniable smile on his face as he spoke. He looked like he was actually enjoying himself. I mean, fair enough. He just wants a good game. Enjoying this deranged killing game. What the fuck do you mean game? That's fucked up. But it is a game. He's realizing the fourth wall has been broken. It's a game of life or death, which can only have one winner. That's all there is to it. He is right. It's a zero-sum game. Huh?
Are you okay with
It is a part of game theory, a mathematical model. In game theory, what we are going through now is called a zero-sum game. In this type of game, in order for one person to gain something, another must necessarily lose something. In other words, it is a situation in which participants must compete for a position or resources.
I see.
You mean like a kind of elimination match?
Actually,
Entrance exams, sports tournaments, job openings, most social interactions fall into this category. Everyone must scramble to obtain something which is limited. For you to succeed, someone else must fail. This also applies to the school life we have been subjected to here. In this case,
is that okay?
our limited resource is that only one of us can successfully become the Blackened.
So in other words,
So this game was designed from the beginning to force one of us to try and defeat all the others. That can't be what they had in mind. Nah, it probably is. This is why adaptation is so crucial. If those who want to escape were to disappear, there would be no reason to continue playing the game.
what?
But why would I want to stop playing? It's so much fun. He smiled again as he spoke. The smile was filled with evil intent. It twisted his face into something not human. It sounds as if you do not acknowledge even the possibility that you may lose, am I right?
Naturally.
Of course. You do not speak like the others, exactly what I would expect from the Togami higher apparent. It's just normal arrogance, isn't it?
Just a second.
You talk like that, but what if you end up dead?
Not possible.
I won't. It simply is impossible.
You son of a...
Who the fuck do you think you are? You know, I still just can't believe it.
What?
Believe what? What an uneducated, brain-dead, useless piece of garbage like you has survived this long.
Piece
What?
of shit.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Don't make me.
Like I said, I won't die. You keep saying that, but do not bother arguing with him. For him, the concept of losing simply does not exist. He is the ultimate affluent progeny, after all, a boy raised to succeed from the day he was born. He considers victory his destiny and has lived his life accordingly. Tests and challenges are merely ways for him to stand victorious, even if it is a life and death situation. Is that not so, Byakuya? At least one of you seems to understand.
Isn't it wonderful?
It is because I am the same as you. Games are meant to be won.
That's
She's a gambling addict! Are you trying to suggest we're on the same level? Close that vulgar mouth of yours.
Oh,
Well, I do apologize. Anyway, let me just say this to all of you. You all need to try harder. If an opponent isn't going to give it their best, what's the fun for me?
no.
That's a terrible way to look at it.
what?
It's because...
This isn't a game. Our lives are on the line, you know? To kill your own friends is
That's horrible.
it's horrific. Oh, friends? Who decided that?
Huh?
We're not friends. No, quite the opposite. We're in competition. We're enemies.
But...
But, you know.
What?
But what? Stop trying to force your contradictions on me and just accept what I'm telling you.
Come on.
Yes, if you have something to say, say it. Otherwise, keep your mouth closed. I'm sorry. Damn.
Stop fucking
Hey,
around.
shithead, you get off on bullying people that can't fight back? You wanna try that on me? So you're back to pretending to be friends, huh? And how long do you think that's going to last?
Piece of shit.
Fuck you!
What?
Is that all you can say? It's unfortunate you would waste your breath on such empty gibberish.
You son of
That's
a
it,
bitch.
you're fucking dead.
Just a second.
Hold on, just calm down.
Piece of shit.
I am calm! How is this calm? Anyway, I don't have any intention of working with the rest of you any longer. to cooperate during an elimination game is, well, frankly, it's a waste of time, and I hate wasting my time. Waste of time?
Not possible.
Engaging in friendly group meals is out of the question. Someone could easily poison our food. And I'd rather not become part of the Last Supper just yet. Quit talking like you're in a fucking movie or something.
Goodbye.
All I'm saying is that, ultimately, you are all free to do whatever you want on your own. Goodbye. Without a second glance back, Byakuya left. There wasn't anything we could do to keep him from going. His way of thinking was just beyond anything the rest of us could even comprehend.
But
Was he serious about all that? He was, without a doubt.
don't fuck
Well,
with
fuck
me.
him then. But what he said, he might not necessarily be wrong. I mean, can you say for sure someone won't poison our food? Hey, come on, you too, Toko? Well, it's not like anyone would care, even if I was gone, right? Actually, I bet you all want me gone. You all think I'm disgusting. None of us think that. You just think you don't think that. I know some people like to play the victim, but this is just totally out there. You think I don't know, but I do. You want me gone. And I'm sure the rest of you want the same thing. Don't you? Ah, hey, Toko, wait. Just let her go. Once she gets going like that, there is nothing you can say to bring her back. Damn. Ultimately, our breakfast meeting came to an end without answering any questions. Everyone had headed back to their rooms. Geez, I'm tired already. But I don't have time to take even one day off. I need to get myself going. Free time! Alright, I want to hang out with someone.
Did you need something?
Well, if it isn't the D rank Makoto, is something the matter? Should I hang out with Celeste for a while? Sure.
This is fine.
Well then, shall we have a bit of conversation? But don't misunderstand, I have no affection for you on a personal level. Damn. I spent some time with Celeste. Celeste and I grew a little closer today. Would you like to give Celeste a present? No. Makoto, I would like to share something with you. Huh? What is it? My perfect gambling strategy. Is there really such a thing?
Indeed.
Of course there is. Are you ready? Please pay attention. Whatever the game, you must have a mind for strategy. This will allow you to increase your odds of winning. However, the exciting part about gambling is that there is a power which can overwhelm any strategy. There is.
Indeed.
The power is luck. Luck.
Actually.
There are only two types of luck, good and bad. There is no in between. And that luck is built into every human at the moment of conception, like a computer program.
Is that okay?
Some call it fate. The bottom line is, luck is life.
Well.
Do you see what I am saying? You mean that's your perfect strategy? Correct. You see, I was programmed to have good luck when it comes to gambling. This is why I have never lost. So that's all there is to it. You are the ultimate lucky student, yes? Does this perhaps exceed my own luck? One day I hope to put that to the test.
I hope you are well.
Well then, have a nice day. Without another word, Celeste quickly disappeared. I say my life's been more bad luck than good lately. Gambling's probably not a great idea for me. Huh. What's the matter? Are you keeping an eye on me? Don't worry, I'm not going to kill anyone. Yeah.
It's true.
I was just about to head to the dining hall to get something to drink. Did you want to come with me? Sure. Drink some tea with Kyoko. Kyoko and I grew a little closer today. Do I even have anything to give? Oh. Are you scared, Makoto? Huh?
Hey.
Being trapped in a place like this. Who wouldn't be? Of course I'm scared being trapped in this insane school.
Correct.
Ah, that's good. That's good?
So.
Fear is proof that your imagination is functioning. Frankly, I feel bad for anyone who can't feel fear. Without imagination, you can never deduce which action to take next. But what about you? You seem totally calm. You don't act afraid at all.
Wrong.
I'm scared too, of course. I simply hide my emotions. There's no advantage to be gained from letting others see how you feel. You hide, huh?
Correct.
What I mean is, I'm not as foolishly open as you are. Foolishly open?
Listen.
Also, the fear I experience is a little different from yours, I imagine. Huh? What do you mean?
So.
You're afraid of what you might lose, right?
Correct.
But I'm afraid of what I've already lost. I'm sorry, I don't understand. I know. She didn't bother answering any further, she just turned and...
Goodbye.
Goodbye. With that, she was gone. Well, we're still just getting to know each other, maybe we'll talk more next time. Huh. Once we were all done, I headed back to my room for a little while. Nighttime. Ding dong, bing bong.
Good morning, everyone. Get ready.
Beautiful day. Well, I guess I'd better head to the dining hall before anything else. Yeah, as usual. As usual. Is someone dead? I went to the breakfast meeting, same as always, but... Is this everyone? It feels a little small. Bakuya and Toko had stormed off yesterday, and it wasn't too surprising they hadn't come today. Even the table looks bigger somehow. I assume that is because 3 people are dead, and 2 are abstaining. Yeah, with 5 people missing, I guess it would feel kinda empty. Still, I know Byakuya's whatever, but shouldn't we go check on Toko? I vote no, she's super annoying. How can you be so cold? You're like a piece of rock candy.
You hear me?
What? No, rock candy isn't cold, it's sweet. Anyway, Byakuya's the real problem. If we don't keep an eye on him, he might really kill someone. You can see it in his eyes. We got no choice. Get some rope. We're gonna have to keep him bound and gagged. I think that's going a little overboard. He's right. In this situation, there's nothing scarier than when an ally turns loose cannon. It's just like when we were kids and someone would go crazy at sports day or whatever. What the fuck are you talking about? You gonna use the rope to do tug of war or something? Idiot. I'm not an idiot. You're an idiot. Who are you calling stupid? Okay. That's so me. What's wrong, Chihiro? You don't look so great. Oh, I'm just going through a little self-loading. Huh? Self-loading? Well, after what Byakuya said to me yesterday, I just got so nervous I locked up. I couldn't say anything. Mondo ended up having to help me out, and even he said I was someone who can't fight back. I hate how weak I am. I see, so Mondo made you depressed. What? How's it my fault? I wasn't trying to be mean. Besides, girls are just naturally weak anyway, right? What? Are you crying? It's because you were screaming like a lunatic. Aww.
Hey, come on.
Hey, come on, don't cry. It's my fault, okay? I won't yell at you anymore. Really? Not sure I can believe that. Just shut up. I got it. I'm like your promise as a man. Promise? As a man? Maybe I mentioned this before, but ever since I was a kid, there was one thing my brother told me over and over again. He said that no matter what, a real man always keeps his promises. That's what he left me. Left you? Oh yeah, my brother's dead. Oh, I see. Anyway, I don't want to talk about it. Don't want to make all you guys cry. Anyway, so you can trust me when I make that promise, so you don't gotta cry anymore. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mondo. Sure.
But
I still don't like how I am right now. I have to get stronger. If I am so weak, anything that can make me cry, that's not good. Still, don't stress out too much about having to get stronger. No, I want to get stronger. Maybe I should start working out. In that case, I would be happy to help you out anytime. But then Miss Fujisaki would get smashed into a billion pieces. Shut up, you.
You know?
Oh, finally, cracked a smile, huh?
I see.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Everyone, thank you. Looks like Chihiro's gotten some life back. Yeah, man, if we keep helping each other out like this, we're bound to get out of this scrappy place sooner or later. I mean, someday, I'm sure. Hopefully. Still, our biggest concern right now is the other 2 who never showed up to breakfast. What can I do to try and understand those 2 better? Okay, so what should I do today? Free time! Hello, Kyoko, where are you at? There we go. Hello. I want to speak with you.
Just a second.
What's the matter? Why are you bouncing around like a little rabbit? Don't you have anything to do? Should I talk to Kyoko for a while? Sure.
Certainly.
There's no reason to decline, and I'm not the type to decline anyway.
And
Besides, I find myself more and more intrigued by someone like you. I spent some time with Kyoko. Kyoko and I grew a little closer today. Would you like to give Kyoko a present? I don't have anything. I don't even know how to give you anything. There's still time left in the day. I don't feel like just sitting here.
So...
I suppose a change of pace is necessary sometimes. Fine then, why don't we take a little break? I spent some time with Kyoko doing nothing in particular. Kyoko and I grew a little closer today. Would you like to give Kyoko a present? No. I don't got shit to give her. I don't think something good is gonna happen in the kitchen, honestly. I just wanted to get something to eat, and now I'm about to get roped into something like this. Actually, no, I guess I'm already roped in. Yeah, of course. Hey, Makoto, perfect timing. Huh, what's going on?
Hey, damn.
I have a favor to ask. A favor? I have a bad feeling about this. What the fuck is going on?
Hey, damn.
Come on, Makoto, you gotta be our witness. Huh? Witness to what?
What?
This guy's been talking shit about me since day one, calling me a coward and shit like that.
You're corrupt.
You are a coward. That's why you turn to violence to solve your problems. That's why you can't do what society asks of you. Why you walk around just like that?
Huh?
The fuck you say? You don't know shit.
You hear me?
You've already lost to yourself, but you're such a coward you don't even realize it. So what, you're saying you're not a coward? You think you're tougher than me? I know I am. Okay then, let's throw down. Prove you got what I don't got. I accept your challenge.
What?
So that's what's happening, Makoto. You gotta be our witness. You're gonna throw down, you're not gonna like start punching each other, are you?
Hey,
There's a bathhouse on the first floor of the dorm, right? With a sauna inside?
I see.
I see. A simple endurance contest, is it?
Got it.
We're going to see who can stay in the sauna the longest, am I right?
Piece of shit.
Goddamn straight. What the fuck, dog? I just wanted a snack. Are you guys really gonna go through with this? Shit, yeah. Hell, he'll be done in a matter of minutes anyway. People like him are, without exception, all talk.
You wanna throw
Bring it on. Hell, let's make things interesting. Wouldn't want to win without a challenge, right? Interesting?
You son
We're
of a
gonna
bitch.
battle with all our clothes on.
Ridiculous.
That's idiotic, suicidal.
You wanna
What, you afraid? You're going to regret this.
stop fucking
Shut up and
around.
let's do it. Let's do this. Oh my god.
Mondo. What asshole?
No, that guy doesn't have his clothes on though.
You can take off your uniform, you know? Go ahead. I won't judge.
And you can shut the fuck up and mind your own business. I mean, look at you. Your face is all red. What are you, one of those goddamn hot spring monkeys?
Just so happens, I was born with a red face.
Damn.
You don't have to act all big, man.
Act, you say? I'm still plenty good to go. I'm so good.
Damn.
I could eat a steaming hot bowl of soup right now.
This is wild. Are they okay? I tried to push my concern aside. A few minutes passed, then a few dozen minutes, then an hour. Holy shit! Nah, they're dead. Don't you think? Oh.
It's about time. You gave up.
What about you? You can't even hardly talk. Dumbass.
Say whatever you want. I'm still totally good to go. In fact, I'm starting to feel kind of cold.
Oh my god.
Probably not good.
Hey, guys, I know you both want to prove how big of badasses you are, but don't you think you've done enough?
Shut up!
Guy, I just can't win. Oh no. It's now nighttime.
This is a school as such. Soon
Yeah.
the doors to the dining hall will be locked. And entry at that point is okay then.
Hey, did you hear that? It's nighttime. How about we call it a tie?
In a true competition, there's no such thing as a tie. You win or you lose. That's the only thing that matters.
Listen to you. You son of a bitch. Then bring it on. I'll push you right up to the gates of hell.
Determination. The gates of hell? That's not a good place to push someone. This isn't good, guys. Yeah, you hear him? Better crawl on back to your room. I'll let you know how it went in the morning. Then you can start spreading my legend. Come tomorrow morning, you'll fall down in front of me, down on your knees. I'll show you where to do it. Big talk from someone whose face is about to explode. Right back at you. Okay, well, good night then. I'm just gonna leave them there. I really hope those two don't overdo it, but I'm sure to the death? No, surely they wouldn't go that far. Honestly, I see them going that far. The concern stayed with me as I slowly succumbed to sleep. Oh my god. Good morning, huh? I hope Mondo and Taka survive. Worry about the two of them. I hurried to the dining hall more quickly than usual, and when I entered... Oh, they're not here. Oh, never mind. Oh, they are here. Huh? What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about, bro? What? Nah, they got replaced by doppelgangers. Hey, Makoto! Thank you so much for acting as our witness yesterday. Huh? Are they friends now? They've been like this all morning. They were all buddy-buddy as soon as they walked in. It feels gross.
What?
Feels gross? Hell no. Feels great, more like. This almost feels like sexual harassment somehow. Forget her, bro. A girl like her just doesn't get our manly bond. Friendship between men is stronger than blood. A woman could never understand.
Ain't that right?
Why, you just said? Bro, that was cool as shit. I should get a tattoo of it.
Without a doubt.
Nah, bro, you mustn't. Your body is a temple given to you by your loving parents. So, who won the contest? Who gives a shit? Yeah, don't ask stupid questions. What matters is we both took part in it together. That's completely different from what you were saying last night.
I see.
Friendship between men seems very simplistic. Nothing like what I'm used to with girls. Yeah, for real. All throughout breakfast that morning, the room was dominated by Mondo and Taka's overpowering brotherhood. All in all, it was a pretty unfortunate experience. So what should I do today? Who could that be? Wondering who had come to visit, I opened the door and someone forced their way in. Taka? I said Taka, fuck. Toko, what's the matter?
What's your problem?
Why are you so surprised? Am I really that annoying? Well, I already know I'm annoying. I came here knowing that, so that makes it okay. No, you're not annoying. I just wonder what was going on. I have a favor to ask. I want you to go somewhere with me. I'm fucked. And where is it you want to go? Well, the library. Huh? Are you looking for a book or something? Why don't you just ask Byakuya? He spends all his time in the library anyway. Did I say something wrong? You're not a blabbermouth, right? This has to be a secret. I honestly have no idea what you're talking about, but if you want me to be quiet, I'll be quiet. Now let's go to the library. Okay, I got it. The library. Jeez, why so pushy? Yeah, she's definitely gonna try and kill me. Quiet, be quiet when you go in. Don't let him see you. She actually was starting to get annoying, but I did what she said and gently crept into the library. Unsurprisingly, Byakuya was there by himself, absorbed in a book.
He's here. He's really here. Okay.
I think she got a crush on him.
Talk to him. What? Stop being so loud. Just hurry up and go talk to him.
You go talk to him if you want to so bad.
I can't. I don't want to interrupt him.
That's kind of crazy. Hello. He seems to be really focused on that book. It doesn't seem like the best time to talk to him. Hey, you. What are you doing back here? I hate even having to look at you. Ah, so you noticed me, huh?
Naturally.
Of course, now hurry up and leave. And take her with you. Hey, Byakuya? Remember how you said don't be a woman who dominates weak men? Be a woman dominated by a strong... What? I never said that. Well, actually, I just thought it sounded like something you might say. Get out. And go take a bath. You smell.
Don't make me repeat myself.
Don't make me say it again. Go now before your stench latches onto the entire room. Okay. What the fuck was that? He really dug into us there. Maybe he's in a bad mood. She seems super depressed. Did he really upset her that much? Byakuya to go that far. He must be really concerned about me. He told me to take a bath and everything. He must really care about my well-being. Hey Makoto, what do you think? Think about what? Do you think Byakuya and I would be good together? Well now I don't really know, man. That's true, there's really no way to know. But the distance between us doesn't change our love, because as soon as you realize your feelings, the love is born. That's how love works. Okay. There might come a day when you understand, maybe. Someday. Well, bye. What the fuck? Ah, young love. Ooh, who would have ever guessed you would go for someone like him? But eager passion can also be scary. Sometimes that leads people off in the wrong direction. Damn, all of a sudden I feel exhausted. Maybe I'll head back to my room for now. I should have talked with you, I didn't even know you were here. I wonder how that teddy bear actually operates. Could it be a robot with an AI installed in it? No, we don't have the technology yet. Maybe it's some kind of bear-shaped cyborg from the future? Sure. You want to sit down and talk for a while? I spent some time talking with Chihiro. Chihiro and I grew a little closer today. Would you like to give Chihiro a present? No? No. What's wrong, Chihiro? It hurts. Huh? Did you get hurt, Chihiro?
You know?
Oh well, not really. I got bit by a mosquito last night. A mosquito? Oh, I figured something serious had happened since you were saying how it hurt.
Huh?
Oh, did I give you the wrong impression? Sorry. You don't have to apologize, it was my own fault. But you said it hurts, did it really bite you that hard? Yeah, see, look. She held out her arm. The huge red bump stood out clearly against her pale skin. Holy cow.
What should I do?
It's way past itchy now, it really hurts. But why is it so big? Did it bite you while you were sleeping or something?
You're wrong.
Oh no, I was awake. But you didn't notice? No, I noticed, but what?
You know?
Well, I felt it bite me and I looked down at it. But I didn't do anything, I just sat there and watched it suck my blood. You just watched? Why didn't you smack it?
Huh?
Because that would have killed it, right? Well, yeah, but
You know?
it must have been really hungry to suck that much blood. If it was that hungry, it would have been really sad not to let it have anything. But it's just a mosquito. Mosquitoes are living things too, though. It might have its own mosquito family. Sorry, I know that's dumb. No, really, you don't have to apologize. But don't go scratching it, okay? That'll just make things worse. But what if it gets so itchy I can't take it? Well, in that case, just take the tip of your fingernail and push it into the bump. That'll help.
Huh?
Wow, I had no idea. You're so smart, Makoto. As she said that, she smiled like a tiny cute little animal. I wonder if she does that on purpose. If so, that's a whole other level of scary. But anyway, don't you think it's kinda strange? Huh? What is?
You know?
Well, the school is completely sealed off, right? So how'd the mosquito get in? Maybe there's somewhere here in the school where bugs can live and grow. Some kind of naturey spot. A naturey place in the school? Well, I can't say for sure that there's not. Or maybe there's a secret passage somewhere that leads out of the school. A secret passage. Well, even if there's not, I'm sure we'll get out of here somehow. As long as we all work together, I'm sure we'll be out of here in no time. You're right, working together is super important.
But
Of course, I don't know how it can be useful. I'll probably just weigh you all down. That's not true, it makes me feel way better knowing you're here to help.
Huh?
It does? Really? Yep, so let's all do our best, okay?
thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Makoto. Aw.
Ahem. School announcement, nighttime, all students, emergency,
Huh?
emergency!
Gather to the gym immediately? Why now all of a sudden? I really don't like the sound of this. I have a terrible feeling. Yeah, someone got murdered. Fuck this. Oh, fuck off. Hi, Kyoko. Oh, Kyoko, did you hear the announcement just now?
Indeed.
Yes. I don't want to go, but we don't have any other choice, right?
Right.
I can't imagine it's going to be good news, but it's not a good idea to defy him here and now.
Goodbye.
So I'm going on ahead. I really can't do anything except what Monokuma tells me. Oh no. Asking us to gather together all of a sudden like this, what could he possibly want?
Well,
Indeed, what might await us this time? He keeps things interesting, that's for certain. How is that funny? Can't you smile like a normal person once in a while? Like how the housewife on a classic TV show smiles at the end of an episode?
What the heck?
There's something totally messed up with you if you can laugh at a time like this. Which of us is actually messed up,
Huh?
What's that supposed to mean? Nothing in particular, just admiring, that's all. I don't want to kill anyone, but I also don't want to stay here living in blind denial day after day. I was just admiring how you could live like that and still keep your sanity.
What is this?
I'm not in denial. That reminds me, remember how you kept talking about the police or whoever would come help us? How'd that turn out? It seems to me there's no sign whatsoever of possible rescue.
Well...
That's just...
Huh?
I wonder what actually happened.
Certainly.
It's strange, that's true. There's no way the police wouldn't know about it. We're right in the middle of a major urban area. The police suck! On the contrary, the mastermind may be just that powerful to take control even of the police.
Could it be?
Oh, this might not be related, but... Then don't say it. No, I'm gonna say it.
It's not like
It's
some
about
kind
last
of
night. I was near the main hall, just staring off into space. When all of a sudden, I heard it.
Huh?
You heard what? A sound that I don't really know what it was. What kind of sound? Well, like I said, I don't really know. But if I had to describe it,
Could it be?
it was like a construction site, I guess? A construction site?
Serious?
Yeah, I mean, I could just be making that up. I only just barely heard anything. Then you definitely made it up. Must have just been the sound of the ocean in that head of yours. Say what? What you talking about, Toko? Oh no. Oh no. He's arrived. What Hero heard wasn't the sound of construction, but it could have been an explosion. Oh. Or maybe a machine gun. Hoo-hoo, that can kind of sound like a construction in a way. What are you talking about? Aha, beyond this point my mouth is zipped, my lips are sealed, I am fully puckered. It's a little secret.
And?
Fine then, let's move on to what you can tell us. Why did you call us all here?
Say what?
You don't beat around the old bush, do you? Ready for me to get to the point, huh?
You...
But before that, you mind if I vent a little? I'm low on energy these days, my stitching's even losing all its shine and luster. I'm thinking it's probably become of this ho-hum, boring old everyday life. I'm looking for something with a little more stimulation, something rife with danger and intrigue.
Yep.
Listen, can I just be frank?
Today...
The next Blacken hasn't shown up yet, and I'm getting bored.
Hey!
So I've decided to come up with a new way to motivate you. Motivate? Is it another set of videos or something? Are you gonna show us some demented thing to try and drive us all to murder? Drive you to murder? What a mean thing to say. Just awful.
You hear me?
I don't know what you've got planned, but we're not going to kill each other anymore. No matter what you do, I swear to God we won't. That's very big talk. Do your very best to back it up, okay? Now then, with your permission, let me begin. So this time it's... embarrassing memories and secrets. Oh no. As long as you're alive, it's a given that there's things you don't want other people to know about you. So I did a little investigating of my own and I dug up some of your darkest secrets.
And those embarrassing memories and secrets are all contained in the envelopes I have right here. I'm going to hand them out now, so take a second to take a peek.
As Monokuma spoke, he tossed the envelopes at our feet. I quickly snatched the envelope with my name written on it. I nervously pulled out what was written inside, and my entire body suddenly went rigid. Makoto wet the bed until he was in 5th grade. Damn. What? How'd you find out about this? Everyone started talking at once. You have 24 hours. If someone doesn't become blackened by then, all your deepest, darkest, most embarrassing secrets will be exposed to the world. Maybe I'll roll by a crowded intersection in a van strapped with loudspeakers and spill the beans. Yeah, wouldn't that be so embarrassing? So that's what you meant by motivate. Yup, you got it. They're all pretty unpleasant. Trust me. None of you want me to reveal that stuff, right? It's definitely something I'd rather people not know, but we'd never kill over something like that.
What?
What'd you say?
Count on it.
He's right, your plan is doomed to fail. No one's gonna murder someone for this kind of thing.
This is
Oh no. Is it because, for better or worse, your memory is still a way to connect to the outside world? I have stuff I wouldn't want anyone to know, no matter what, so I assumed it'd all be the same, which is why I put so much effort into preparing this next motive. Man, you're saying you really won't kill each other over this stuff? That just sucks. Well, what can you do? Okay, then in 24 hours, I'll expose all your secrets just to make myself feel a little bit better.
okay.
So sad, so depressed. Fare not well. With an almost convincing look of depressed dejection on his face, Monokuma receded into the gym's depths.
So,
I didn't know what to expect at first, but maybe we dodged the bullet on this one. I mean, yeah, having those secrets revealed is gonna be totally embarrassing. But that's seriously not enough to give someone a reason to kill, right?
Listen to
Good
me.
news, everyone, I have a brilliant idea.
You hear me?
Why don't we all just confess the secrets in those envelopes right here and now?
Without a doubt.
If we do that, any and all motive for murder will vanish. That's pretty smart, right?
Quiet down and
Okay, so my embarrassing thing is, I don't want to hear your stupid story. What? Besides, I don't want to talk about it. I don't care what anyone says. I don't want to talk about mine.
as for me,
Neither do I. Not because it is unpleasant, but because it is impossible. Well, it's just human nature to want to hear it when you say it's impossible. Come on, it'll be good for you. Absolutely not. It's okay, just a little bit. Come. What the fuck?
honestly,
As I said.
Here we go.
Nah, this guy's a creep. I said I don't want to talk about it, you human bag of lard. Yeah! I agree with them. There's no need to discuss it. What do you think, Chihiro? I'm sorry. I don't really want to talk about it right now. But I also don't want to leave things the way they are, so maybe I can talk about it later. After I try my best to become strong, then I can tell everyone. If you don't want to talk, you still don't have to. You don't have to. I'm not super excited to talk about it either.
That's true.
If everyone's that much against it, even if my bro's the one that suggested it, I gotta say no. Well, that's okay then. Either way, if it's just a few secrets, I'm sure nobody's about to kill anybody over it. I hope you're right. A secret's so bad you'd kill someone to keep it. Nobody's got something like that, right? Okay, I'll stop with all the secrets talk, but each of us has 24 hours to get ready. Having our secrets exposed isn't going to be fun, but it's not like we're gonna die because of it. So, you know, don't do anything hasty. The way you keep repeating it kind of makes me worry even more. Oh, okay, sorry. I know it's gonna be tough, but... Ding dong bing bong.
As such, soon the doors to the dining hall. Okay then. Sweet.
Oh no. Nighttime already, huh? Okay, let's call it a day. Good idea, we need to prepare for tomorrow. I was left with an anxiety I just couldn't shake, but we left things as they were and left things as they lay. One by one, we headed back to our rooms. Secrets or memories you don't want anyone to know about. A way to connect to the outside world. Honestly, all that crap Monokuma was spouting didn't have any effect on me. There's no way anyone would kill over stuff like that, at least that's what I thought. But maybe I was just being optimistic. Which is probably why, without too much of a struggle. Geez, I'm more tired than usual, super tired today. I fell asleep. But what I didn't know is that even then, a tragedy was taking place. Oh, fucking hell. Good morning.
good morning.
Wah! Nice reaction, I'm glad to see you didn't disappoint. What are you doing here?
Yep.
I wanted to spice things up, so instead of a school announcement, I decided to wake you up in person. What the hell for? Because it's fun. And as long as I'm here, I figure I'd let you hear it right from the bird's mouth. Hear what? Are you sure you should be acting this laid back? I mean, even though something happened to one of your buddy classmates? What?
Say what?
What? Your face is all blue like someone on the verge of death? What happened? What are you talking about? That's for me to know and you to find out. Good luck! Something happened to someone. Is it? Was it? No, it can't be. There's no way someone would. But what if? No, what ifs are pointless, especially now when... The dining hall. I need to get to the dining hall. Oh god. Who died? Ah, Makoto. Are you okay?
Hey.
Did Monokuma talk to you too? Heroes, Hina, Sakura, and Byakuya. You're the only ones here? Where's everyone else? Either they're already off trying to verify what Monokuma said, or they've fallen victim to the something that Monokuma mentioned. The something?
Perhaps.
It can't be. Has it happened again? Murder? After hearing what Monokuma had to say, the worst possibility forced its way into my mind. It took everything I had to drive that thought away. So if something really did happen, does that mean someone did it because of what happened yesterday? It can't be. That stuff was just a bunch of old memories. Just old memories. Don't be so sure about that. Clearly, someone felt it was more important than that. Huh? To judge someone else's values based on your own outlook, do you realize how dangerous that is?
What the heck?
What? Why didn't you say something yesterday?
Naturally.
Did you already forget? This isn't a co-op game. It's every man for himself. What good does it do? What good does it do? Me to go out of my way to help you.
Just the worst.
Stop saying that already. There's something wrong with him. For serious, did he get brainwashed or something?
Wait.
That's not important. What matters right now is that we find out what happened.
That's fine.
She's right. Let's all split up and begin looking. The game is afoot. Oh no. Huh? The door's open, but aren't these supposed to be locked? Oh no.
For this investigation, I have unlocked the doors. Please look around to your heart's content.
Oh no. Investigation?
It's all clear now.
Just as I thought. Byakuya!
I see.
Judging from what he just said, there can be no doubt the murder really has taken place. Come on. And the locker rooms. They're suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. Wouldn't you agree? Huh? Suspicious? It seems nobody searched the locker rooms. Let's start with the girls' locker room. He was muttering as if talking only to himself. Without waiting for a reply, he pressed his hand against the girls' locker room door. And the door swung open without a sound. In that moment, time seemed to freeze. Oh no. No! No, not her! No! Bloodlust. What? I don't know how long it took for me to fully comprehend the reality of what I was looking at. But as soon as I did... Oh no. A wild, almost I can't read. Scream escaped from my mouth. Oh no. I tried to suppress my screaming, but it was useless. It surged out of me like water from a spring gushing out of the ground. Byakuya, on the other hand.
Very
Most unusual, don't you think? He was totally calm, almost like he was watching this all unfold in front of a TV screen.
I see.
Look, Chihiro's corpse has been suspended somehow, and something's been written on the wall in blood. Bloodlust? Such a brutal way to kill someone. No, this is beyond brutal. Wouldn't you agree? They killed her, how could it not be brutal? No, that's not my point. This murder is far too bizarre for any everyday amateur to have committed it. Unlike with Sayaka, this murder was not a crime of passion or necessity. It's almost as if whoever did this did it for fun. You see what I mean, don't you? What? My head was swimming. I was still reeling too, confused to understand what he was trying to say. And before I could even begin to clear my head...
What the heck?
Hey, I heard screaming. Did something... Ah, Chihiro! Ding dong, ding dong. I thought it was Bing Bong. Where's the Bing Bong, man?
A body has been discovered.
Oh.
After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
Oh no. What the hell was that?
What?
Ah, that's right. You were unconscious during Sayaka, so you don't know about it. What you just heard was the body discovery announcement. Apparently when 3 or more people discover a body, an announcement plays to let everyone know. I imagine it's so that the search for the culprit can proceed fairly for everyone involved. Proceed fairly? The body's discovery announcement, then Chihiro really is...
Naturally.
dead, yes. Before you start screaming your head off, go round everyone up. It seems another game has begun. Another life or death game to uncover the killer. Time to be detectives again. Taka bolted out of the locker room. As everyone made their way to the scene, it felt as if no time at all passed. It was like my sense of time had just taken wing and flown away. When I finally come back to myself, I saw everyone had the same look of confusion, fear, and anger. We all just stood there, gathered around Chihiro's body. Damn, I couldn't keep her safe. So there's another victim. Which means we are now in the same position once again. Fuck, man. What the fuck is this? It's a dream. This is a dream. It's all just a dream. In fact, I haven't even been born yet. I don't have any memory of ever being alive. Okay, what? Shut up. Oh no. No, there are more important things to worry about right now than a dumbbell. But it's bloody! For now, pay attention to the wall. Huh? I said it once already. There's a word written there. On the wall? The word bloodlust is written on the wall in blood. I don't think it's any kind of dying message. It's just too strange. But you know, that thing about writing bloodlust in blood, doesn't it sound kind of familiar? A murderous fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. And at the scene of each crime, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. They're like a ghost attacking suddenly, then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what nickname did the internet give to this mysterious serial killer? Genocide Jack. Genocide Jack, the murderous fiend whose grisly attacks were famous all across the country. The ultimate murderous fiend, creating a reputation of abnormal, downright cruel killings.
What is this?
Then this is some copycat killer trying to imitate Genocide Jack's style? But why would anyone do that? Perhaps it's the work of the real Genocide Jack. The real? Wait, are you saying Genocide Jack is here in this school?
No way!
There's no way. But going so far as to write bloodlust at the scene, I am surprised that there's this stupidity.
Well,
I can't imagine a worse situation than dealing with the stupid murderer. Ah. What is it now? Toko! Hino was pointing towards the entrance to the girls' locker room. Toko was the last to arrive, and now she was just standing there. No, why? Gadunk. She fainted. That did not sound good. Toko! Hino rushed over to the collapsed Toko and started trying to shake her awake. Toko, are you okay? Come on, wake up. Oh, that's right. I just remember what she said about how she faints anytime she sees blood.
Oh.
So, she's homophobic? I imagine she does not watch too many horror films then. This isn't a violation of the rules, right? I mean, technically she passed out somewhere besides her room. No, I think it should be okay. The regulations prohibit sleeping, like, on purpose. So since she didn't faint on purpose, it doesn't count? Gotcha.
Just a second.
Toko, can you hear me? Hey, you gotta wake up. As if she'd heard her, Toko suddenly shot awake. As in, she literally jumped up from where she was laying. It was such a strange reaction, I was at a total loss for words. She leapt straight up into the air, changing her stance as she did. In no time flat, she was just standing up. Ignoring the physical contortions she had to go through, her motions were totally haphazard. Huh? What? Sorry about that, I was just so shocked, you know, it happens, right? Was I the only one? Toko, are you okay? I'm fine. Yeah. Whoa, is that a dead body? Hey, are you dead?
what the heck?
She must have hit her head real hard when she fainted. The world has a front and a back, a top inning and a bottom, a sea of truth and a web of lies. This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different. No, everything's fine. At least the stutter's all gone. That's a good thing, right? Yeah. It's clear to me that everything is not fine. Your eyes seem strangely vacant. It might be best if we take her back to her room for the time being. I don't mind taking her, but could someone help me? If you need help, I don't mind. Taka, could you help me? Oh, she totally ignored me. Very well, you take care of the girl and the rest of us can begin the investigation right away. Can I assume nobody has a problem leaving Sakura and Mondo on guard duty again? Hold on a second, rushing to an investigation? The mastermind isn't behind that. After what happened last time, surely you realize that.
Don't make me repeat
There's no
myself.
question that Chihiro was murdered by someone among us. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Of course.
Right as rain. But don't take it as a bad thing. It's just a fact of life. Because that's how graduation works. Then it's happened again? Is that what you're saying? That another one of us killed a fellow classmate? What? Does that freak you out? You guys got no balls, you know that? Is there just nothing down there at all? Well, I'll let you pray to mine if... What? Actually, I don't have any either, sorry. Stop monologuing and give us what you came here to give us. You did bring it, right? Hehe, I sure did, chum. Allow me to present the next Monokuma file. I know how much you must be looking forward to it. So please do your very tippy-top best on this investigation.
No way.
Do we really gotta do another investigation? Examining the corpse of one of our friends. Having to suspect all our other friends.
Why?
I hate this. I can't take it anymore. I hate it too. I've had enough. I'm getting out of here. Where do you plan on going? There's nowhere to run.
Such.
Just accept it already. After all, blood is just a liquid. A dead body is a simple object. You are very enthusiastic about all this, are you not?
Naturally.
How can I not be? If we don't unmask the culprit, we all die. That's true, but to jump into it so soon.
What?
What? Do you want to die?
Such.
Fine then, go off and die somewhere. Right now, go ahead, you're a waste of space. A dead body is an object? Chihiro wasn't an object. Show a little respect or I'll beat some into ya.
Calm down.
Everyone stop bickering. Listen, there's some truth in what Byakuya said. Kyoko,
Because
if we don't solve the mystery and find the killer, our own lives are forfeit. If Byakuya is right that Genocide Jack is somehow the one who killed Chihiro,
that's right.
then unless we do something, more victims could start piling up. Forget more victims. If we mess this up, we're all dead meat. Hold on. If that's your worry, you don't gotta worry any longer. In any one killing game, the guilty party may only kill a maximum of 2 people. What? I don't remember any rule like that. I just came up with it. I mean, if one person went around and killed everyone, your lovely student life would be all over, right?
So then.
In that case, why not limit it to one person? Well, in a good mystery, you don't want to miss out at least the potential of a serial killer angle. This one would totally murder that possibility. Farewell for now. I'll catch you guys at the class trial. I can't say I understand his thinking, but if we can kill up to 2 people, then one more person's life could still be in danger. Which is definitely not good. We need to uncover the culprit before something else happens.
You son of a
You need to shut the fuck up! Well, for now, Taka and me are gonna drop Tako off at her room. Nice, I'm gonna get dropped off.
There is nothing.
We have no time to stand around here. We must begin our investigation tout suite. If we do not solve the mystery of who killed Chihiro,
Is that okay?
then we will quickly follow her into the afterlife. That's true. I hate this, but if I want to survive, me and everyone else, we have to do it. We don't have any other choice. Investigate. First of all, I'd better check the Monokuma file to see exactly what's going on. The victim was Chihiro Fujisaki. The time of death is estimated to be around 2 AM. The body was discovered in the girls' locker room on the 2nd floor of the school. The cause of death was a blow to the head with a blunt object. She was killed instantly. That's all it says. Well, it's not like there's any point in complaining about it. No matter what, I gotta do what I gotta do. Monokuma file number 2. Hey, Makoto, do you have a second? Huh? Did you need something from me?
Naturally.
Of course, life without purpose is quite dull, you know? So what did you need? I'm going to let you cooperate with me during my investigation. Huh?
What?
I'm purchasing your talent, the same talent which allowed you to solve Sayaka's case. Solve? No, I just...
Stop talking.
You seem to have some limited use, which is why I've chosen you. You have the honor of contributing to my investigation. So you're inviting me to come with you? You're doing it in the most arrogant way possible, though.
Let's go.
Now then, shall we get started? But we need to get moving. There's no time to be standing around. I don't really know what just happened, but it looks like I'll be working with Byakuya on this one. Alright. This could be the blunt object. There's a dumbbell on the floor and this is a blood stain. There's a blood stain on the dumbbell. The Monokuma file said the blow to the head with the blunt object is what killed her. Does that mean this dumbbell was actually the murder weapon?
That's right.
I don't imagine it could have been anything else. Huh, alright. I could feel the life draining out of my own body. It's a dead body. Chihiro's dead body. But the more I look, the more strange it all seems. This must be Genocide's Jack handiwork. Well, but we're still not sure he did it. Is that what you want to say? I wonder about that. Oh. The poster's got some blood on it. It must have happened during the murder. There's a fresh blood stain on the carpet. It must have been splattered with blood during the murder. The word bloodlust is written on the wall. What's the meaning behind it? Bloodlust. Let me talk to Kyoko. She took her time examining Chihiro's corpse. She poked and prodded, going over every inch of the lifeless body. You're a very strange woman, you know, being able to touch a dead body with absolutely no trouble. She seems to be concentrating pretty hard. It's like she can't even hear us. I use this locker room all the time. Now it's become the site of Chihiro's death. But why was she killed in the locker room? Actually, if you think about it, she could have been killed somewhere else and then carried here. Oh, what? She was very light, that is true, but it wouldn't be hard for someone to carry her, but still. I still think she came here on her own, by choice. What makes you say that? She'd been talking a lot lately about how she wanted to get stronger. So you're saying she came here to exercise? But according to the Monokuma file, apparently she was killed around 2 in the morning. Was she really having exercising that late?
Perhaps.
Hino or myself are usually in the locker room during the day, so she was probably avoiding it then. Avoiding it? Although we invited her to join us more than once, she never showed up, so I can only assume she was trying to avoid us. And instead she came to exercise in the middle of the night?
However,
Perhaps, but it's still difficult for me to imagine she would have come alone. She did not want to start exercising, but she specifically mentioned she couldn't do it by herself. She needed support from others. So you're saying she could have come here in the middle of the night to train in secret, but that she also would have come with someone else. It's a possibility, I think. Huh. Interesting. Dude had a real complex about being weak. You heard Chihiro talking about it, right? I need to get stronger. Yeah, I do remember she said that more than once. Sure did, which I guess explains the trip down here. But did she really need to get stronger that badly? You already mentioned it, but she was a girl after all. Most girls aren't all that strong. I don't know, man. Haven't really thought about that stuff. The cause of Chihiro's complex. I can't help wondering what it might be. Aw. Now I believe it's about time for us to move on. Huh? Already?
What?
New clues won't magically appear by standing around here. We need to check every aspect of this case. That's true, but
Let's go.
if you're satisfied, let's hurry up and proceed. He's so pushy. I got caught up with the wrong person this time. So, this is our next location. Huh? This place is related to the investigation? Figure it out for yourself. It's no fun if you don't, right? True. Because if she would have been dragged here, like Sakura said, this would also be... There are a bunch of different pool-related items on the shelf, which have nothing to do with the case.
What?
Do you have an issue with it? If so, you should take it up to Monokuma. He said that, then quickly and sharply clapped his hands together.
Did you call for me?
You called for me? Has he been domesticated?
That's right.
It seems that Makoto had a question for you.
You need something?
Sure, what's up? Well, it's just about this card reader.
Yep.
Yes, the card readers have all been designed to interface with each of your e-handbooks. You can only enter the locker room corresponding to the gender listed in your individual handbook. And it's impossible for 2 people in a row to go through while the door is unlocked, correct? If there were some sort of erotic terrorist on the prowl, the ceiling-mounted Gatling gun would initiate a Swiss cheese slaughter. And the school regulations prohibit anyone from lending someone else their handbook, correct? Incorrectly correct. So then, that means only girls can go in the girls' locker room and only boys can go in the boys' locker room. In other words, Chihiro's body being found in a girls' locker room means... Hey Makoto, I can see right through you. See right through me? That she was murdered, right, girl? Allow me to tell you what you're thinking. Since Chihiro was found in the girls' locker room, the killer must have been able to get in there.
So in other words,
As such, the killer must be one of the girls. Did I get it right?
such
Good lord, you're simple. But am I wrong? You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer has been in front of you the entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. Yeah ho ho, I would expect nothing less from the prodigal son of the noble Togami family. Sir, you managed to sniff out the loophole in the regulations. Knowing you, I bet you created it on purpose, didn't you, to add a little more excitement to things. Yeah, you're treating me like a puny little appetizer instead of the main course that I am. Now then, since the dead can't actually talk, they're not people anymore, they're things.
Yep.
Get it? Got it. Good. Wait, hold on, you're saying that's a loophole, but in order to borrow someone, and then that means someone would have to loan it, so so sleepy. Just listening to you makes me want to pass out. Be more like Byakuya and get your poop together, or else I'll charge you with criminal negligence. No more questions. Figure out the rest of your own damn self. Well, I know you are unfortunately lacking in mental faculty, so I'll fill you in myself. Let's head to the main hall. The main hall? That'll help you understand what's going on. Oh, that was a fucking... Okay. We came to the main hall. So what are we looking for here? Does that mean I have to figure it out for myself? Fucking hell. Is that important? There's a mailbox here. Could there be something inside? It's an e-handbook? No, wait, there's 3 of them, but what are you doing here? So you finally found them. Huh, did you know these were here, Byakuya? I happened to find them by chance myself the other day. It seems there's a system in place where the handbooks of dead students get delivered to this mailbox. So then these 3 handbooks belong to Junko, Leon, and Sayaka? You can go ahead and confirm it yourself. I immediately turned one of the handbooks, and when I did... Holy shit. Sayaka, oh god. You're right, this is Sayaka's handbook. Now do you understand? This is a key to the loophole that I revealed earlier. Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get it. You should pay closer attention to the regulations. Yeah. Huh. I see, yeah, now I understand. Main hall e-handbooks have been added to the truth bullets.
What?
Hold on a second. What's wrong?
Very
That's strange. One of the handbooks won't turn on. Is it broken? Whose is it? The other handbook showed Junko's name when I started it up. Then the one that won't turn on must be Leon's, right?
I see.
It would make sense, yes. After all, he did get pummeled with dozens and dozens of baseballs. Pummeled with baseballs. Ah, don't remind me. The memory of it came flooding back. That cruel punishment which led to Leon's death. The execution that the mastermind concocted. A cruel, heartless death. You're right, it wouldn't be surprising for the handbook to break during that kind of assault.
Damn it!
Hey, hey! Hey, 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 hey! Hey! What? That e-handbook is essential to student life here. Crucial, integral, instrumental, a super big deal. There's no way it would break that easily. But it did. If I say it wouldn't break, it wouldn't freaking break. It can withstand up to 10 tons of pressure and it's waterproof up to 100 meters, okay? I don't care how many baseballs you hit it with, it wouldn't do crap. Oh, but even my amazing handbook does have one single weak point. It does?
I can't
But it's a
tell
secret,
you.
I wouldn't want you go breaking any more handbooks.
What?
Then Leon must have broken it somehow without realizing what its weakness was, right? Hard to say. You know what I think? I think his handbook isn't actually broken. But you might ask, how could that be? Leaving the questions hanging in the air, Monokuma disappeared. What just happened? Monokuma said it's not broken, but it's an undeniable fact that it's not turning on.
That's fine.
Well, I don't see any connection to the case, so it doesn't matter for now. You think so? Either way, something about it still bothers me. Huh. Okay then, this should be enough to get things rolling. Let's begin our investigation in earnest and track down the true culprit. Yeah, we need to find out who killed Chihiro. To be exact, not quite. Huh? Not quite? What do you mean? What do you mean by that, Bakuya? To be exact, not quite. Certainly, I want to reveal Chihiro's killer, but most precisely, I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack. Then, you really think? You truly believe Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro?
Don't make me
Absolutely, I have no doubt that Genocide Jack is the culprit in this case. That murderous fiend is Genocide Jack, right?
What?
There's nobody else it could be. A murderous fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. They're like a ghost attacking suddenly, then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what nickname did the internet give to this mysterious serial killer? Genocide Jack. They say that he's killed thousands of people, but that's gotta be an urban legend. Still, could one of us really be a demented psychotic killer like that? You're not wrong to wonder. But words mean little right now. I have something that will prove it, and I can show you.
Don't.
Oh, and I have a basis to believe that, I assure you, Genocide Jack is one of us. Is it really proof? There's somewhere I'd like to take you. This will provide all the evidence you need.
It's all clear.
Evidence that Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro. Evidence. Does something like that really... Ah, hey you two! Big trouble, need your help.
I don't have time to.
We're busy, leave us alone. But it's an emergency, emergency! Come on, please, you gotta help me. Fuck. This is a serious emergency, please, please, you gotta help me. Just calm down, okay, Hina? But it's an emergency! An emergency? What happened?
Well,
Something's wrong with Toko, she's acting super strange. Well, I mean, she was acting pretty strange earlier, right? What should we do, Byakuya?
Very
Since it's Toko, I must admit it, I'm intrigued. I suppose we can take a second to see what's going on with her. Are you sure?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Okay, I didn't expect that. I thought for sure he'd just say no and that'd be the end of it. Okay, come on, hurry. Wait for us, Hina.
Let's go.
It looks like she headed to the doors to Toko's room, most likely. You're right. Oh. Oh, Toko. Is Toko inside? Some kind of emergency. You guys are too slow. I think you're just too fast. So, what's this emergency? Well, after what happened in the girls' locker room, we left Toko in her room so she could lay down. After a while, we came back to check on her, you know, how she was, see how she was doing, but when we did, it was weird. She refused to come out and she kept saying all this weird stuff. Weird stuff?
That's fine.
We should try talking to her ourselves. Yeah, good idea. I may as well give it a shot. The door swung open, slowly and silently. Holy crap! An aura of negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me.
What? Oh, nothing. It's just that Hina was really worried about you, holding yourself up in your room.
leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But could you open up just for a second?
Won't allow it.
Huh?
I won't let Genocide Jack have control.
Oh, what? And just like that, she slammed the door in my face. What was that? She's been acting like that the whole time when I rang a little while ago. I'll drive out the killer, drive out the murderous fiend. It doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her in there alone, so I tried to bust down her door. But it felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. I couldn't even budge it. Toko was scared enough to even bar her door? Does she think the same thing as Byakuya? Does she think the serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered Chihiro? Is that why Toko's so scared?
But
Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Isn't there anyone who might be able to persuade her? You! Hey Byakuya, you think you could ask her to come out of her room, I mean?
That's fine.
Sure, whatever. Huh? You're gonna talk to her, Byakuya? Wow, I guess you can be nice when you want to. Byakuya stood in front of her door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. After a few moments...
What do you want?
Leave me alone, you're all so annoying. Ah, Bakula. Bakula?
Byakuya.
It's Byakuya. I'm sorry, I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again. And with that, the door slammed shut. Even Byakuya couldn't pull it off. There's nothing else we can do, let's get back to the investigation. Hold on. Hey Byakuya, what was Toko talking about just now? Something about a promise?
What?
Oh, I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure. But
Stop talking.
if I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her. This is suspicious. Oh, yeah, okay, I'll stay here and keep an eye on her.
Let's go.
Well then, let's go. Without waiting for a reply, Byakuya sped away. Byakuya! And I hurried to catch up. I tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept walking towards his destination. Finally, his feet brought him to a stop in front of a certain room. The library? Come on, let's go in. It's the archive, right? Hurry up and go inside. Oh, here?
Let's go.
It all makes sense once you're inside. Whoa, there's so many books and files. And so much dust too.
So in
I would
other
say there's
words-
enough value in this place to endure the dust. Oh, what is that? There's a wooden box, it's empty. Although, judging by the smudges in the dust, it looks like there was something inside. I wonder what it was. There was an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library. An extension cord, huh? Another desk lamp. Huh? It's a desk lamp. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Byakuya use in the library before.
What?
Do you have a problem with that lamp? It was here before, then I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it to good use. Fair enough. Books. What's in all these things?
That's enough.
Those documents are dangerous. Dangerous? They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a commoner. You mean like members of the Diet or something? No, I mean the ones with real power, the secret council controlling everything from the shadows. If you're ready to be disappeared for it, take a look. There are some very interesting people in there. You're just kidding, right? Am I? I'll just let it go for now. This shelf is stuffed with tight files. Without really thinking about it, I picked one at random. Ah, you have a sharp eye indeed to select that file. Huh?
That's right.
That's a report on a presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it. Without making a sound, I returned the file to the shelf. Alright. What about you? There's a ton of thick files stuffed under the bookshelf. If you're thinking about looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. Those things are filled with graphic, disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing any normal person would ever want to look at. Be careful. Huh? What do you mean? All those files are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak. Ooh, maybe reports from genocide cases? Genocide Jack cases? Oh, so are you finally beginning to understand the splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here. It's home to classified the government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent? This can't be for real, right?
Such.
That's your guys' problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you label it a lie. Well, it's not that. It's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone put all this together? I suppose it goes to show you just how much power Hope Peak truly wields, or perhaps the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. It's no use. I can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible. What do you mean usually? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple? Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything. You don't pull your punches, do you? Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? But what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I have reviewed them multiple times, so there is no doubt. Hold on a second, you're saying you've read all the documents? And more than once? But all this has to be like top secret confidential stuff, right? So why? My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. Huh? Members of the Togami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic. How is that possible?
So in
I already
other
told you, there's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council, and I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim without a doubt that the materials gathered here are the real thing. This is beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. And what always interests me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through those reports has always been a hobby of mine ever since I was little. It's excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among all those reports, one of my recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case. As he talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
That's right.
This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack cases has been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that at every crime scene the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Bloodlust is written in blood and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro. Save your surprise, the best part is yet to come. For the second characteristic, where the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about that particular fact were members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. Huh? In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about that aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victim. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. So, how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's right.
That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
So in
The
other
culprit
words-
isn't a copycat killer, it's a real Genocide Jack. Gah!
In other words,
That's right, there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. Then Genocide Jack really is. Such a brutal, fiendish killer really is walking around among us? Among us!
interesting.
Things really are starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become part of our little game. Now, don't you think it would be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two.
Such
If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself. Byakuya, about that Genocide Jack case file, could you let me see it?
That's fine.
Well, you didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time. Feel free to look at it in here, but you can't take it with you. Oh, damn. Byakuya handed me the file and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly my hand stopped. I had reached the page where photos from the scene of each crime had all been collected. Yeah, they're scissors. The names of Genocide Jack's victims ran on for several pages. Ken Harada 32, I'm not gonna read the names. But one thing became perfectly clear as I read. All of the killer's countless victims were killed and suspended in exactly the same way. And at the scene of every murder, the word bloodlust was left in the victim's own blood. Now, take a look at the next page and you'll find another interesting tidbit. The next page? Profiling results? All of the crimes took place either on weekdays at night or during holidays, either day or night. The most common time for the killings to take place was on holidays in the afternoon. Based on these facts, it could be suggested that the suspect may be a student. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at the scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic. Because an eyewitness has never come forward, it's unlikely there was any external reason for this. This confused behavior suggests that the suspect may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder.
So in other words,
The key point here is that the culprit may well have a split personality. A split personality, the kind of thing you see on TV, so I'm part of another totally unbelievable story. But this one is way more unbelievable than anything else up till now. Or maybe it really isn't. I don't know, I feel like my mind has gone dumb. Has gone numb. Huh.
Let's go.
Right now I'm suspecting Toko. Alright, we should get going soon. Oh, where are we going? Anywhere but here. We've finished our business here, haven't we? Oh wait, Byakuya! As usual, Byakuya turned and left without another word. I hurried out of the library to catch up. Well, this is where we part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial. Huh? Just all of a sudden like that?
I don't have time.
Come on, enough of your annoying misapprehension. Did you really think we'd be together the whole time? Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forward on your own.
Goodbye.
Well, goodbye. And just like that, he was gone. Just as quickly as he'd asked me to join him, he'd cut me off. In the end, I felt like I was just some plaything getting tossed around. At the same time, I had uncovered some really important clues thanks to him. Genocide Jack, he's the one that killed Chihiro. And that murderous fiend is one of us. But who is it? I have to find that out, no matter what it takes. And to do that, there's somewhere I have to go to investigate one more time. I have to go back to the crime scene. The girls' locker room, I should check the boys' locker room too. And the others might have come up with some info I might find useful when I'm at it. I need to find out everything I can. Okay. Hello. Ding ding ding, Hifumi has discovered evidence revealing the identity of the culprit.
I feel.
Another stat increase for me. Evidence? What did you find? I cannot reveal that just yet, but I guarantee that what I found will steal the killer's breath from his lungs. Are you sure about that? Oh yeah, Miss Ludenberg said she'd witnessed something worthwhile too. Really? What did she see? She refused to tell me. It's like when a girl bullies the boy she likes, right? Right? Okay, so where is Celeste now? The warehouse by the dorms? She was there, but at the same time, not there. What's it gonna be? Okay, I'm gonna need to talk to Celeste after I finish investigating this. You find something? Hey Kyoko, have you made any progress on your investigation?
Indeed.
Generally speaking.
However,
But I have to get going. I have something unrelated to take care of. Something besides the investigation? What is it?
well,
Nothing you need to worry about. Just concentrate on the murder. But
so then.
before I go, let me give you one piece of advice. You should examine Chihiro's body one more time, truly. Also, her handbook is missing. You might want to determine its whereabouts.
Goodbye.
That's it. I'll be praying for your success. With that, Kyoko turned and left the girls' locker room. I guess I'll take another look at the body then. And Chihiro's handbook is missing? That's definitely worth worrying about. Huh. Kyoko said I should examine the body. I know she said truly, but I do have my limits. Well, I better give it a shot anyway. Let's see. Chihiro's hands are bound with what looks like some kind of rope. The rope was used to prop her up in kind of a crucifix position. Huh? This rope has a plug? Wait, so then this isn't a rope at all. But the more I think about it, the more that's not the only thing that concerns me. Chihiro's fatal injury was a blow to the head. Which means someone struck her in the head in order to kill her. That's right. There's the issue of her being suspended and the fatal blow. At first I didn't see any reason to think too much about either of them. But seeing them again after looking through the genocide files, something's not quite right. What does this all mean? Oh. Well, the one thing most likely to tie all these mysteries together is the true nature of the rope that was used to suspend Chihiro. And to figure that out, there's a certain place I need to revisit and look over again. Plus, they might help... Okay. What? The big-breasted swimsuit model is pretty noticeable. A girl's locker room doesn't seem like the kind of place you'd find something like this. Huh? This poster. It's a popular boy band called Tornado. Somehow it doesn't quite seem to fit in the boys' locker room. Oh, but wait, that reminds me, the poster in the other locker room is... That's right, there's definitely something strange about this. In the boys' locker room, there's a poster of a popular boy band. In the girls' locker room, there's a poster of a big-breasted swimsuit model. Could the posters have been switched? But if they were, why? What reason would anyone have? Maybe I should talk to someone who knows a little more about the locker rooms. What is that? There's a strange stain on the carpet. What is it? Yo. You spend a lot of time exercising in the girls' locker room, right, Sakura? I've used it nearly every day since it opened up. Sometimes Hina and I used to get together. Okay, then let me ask you though something. Do you think the posters, the boys and girls locker rooms could have been switched?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I can't really say. I never really paid any attention to the posters. I see.
However,
But there is something that's been bothering me about the locker room. You see, I like to drink a little protein coffee every time I finish exercising. We have protein coffee? In the warehouse. It's not the highest quality, but I don't have a lot of other options. I mix protein powder with coffee and down a glass of it after exercising. Anyway, the other day I spilled some on the carpet in the girls' locker room and it left a stain. A stain? But I don't see any stain on the carpet now.
of course.
Exactly, I noticed it earlier. The stain has disappeared. I can only assume someone came along and cleaned it up. But still, isn't it unusually clean, as if there was never a stain here to begin with? Oh, and there's a stain in the boys' locker. Oh no. There's a thick layer of dust on top of the desk. Maybe there's some kind of clue here. Wait a second. Oh, the lamp won't turn on. Oh, I see, it's not plugged in. The lamp's cord isn't long enough to reach the outlet. But last time I saw it, it was definitely on. It was definitely right there. Oh, that's right. Back here I was using an extension cord. But there's no extension cord here now. I wonder if... Oh, so that's the cord they used as the rope. Oh, Hina, how's Toko doing? Same as before, she won't come out and she just keeps on mumbling something about Genocide Jack. So I just left her there. You left her? My head was all swimmy and I was getting pretty hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, but don't worry, I'm gonna head back as soon as I'm done eating. Toko's not exactly pleasant, but I'm still worried about her. Speaking of which, what are you eating? A donut, of course. Of course. There's two things I'm sure God created: outer space and donut. Really? I bet Chihiro would have liked to eat more donuts. Maybe that was her one big regret. I should have tried to spend more time with her. Come to think of it, who did she spend time with?
Well...
Yeah, she was a little bit strange. Didn't really hang out with the other girls much. It was like she was trying to keep her distance from us. Actually, Sakura said something similar. She said that even though you and her invited Chihiro to exercise with you, she always refused.
Yeah, totally.
Yep, it's true, and it wasn't just us either. It was like she stayed away from all the girls. Was she just shy? I don't know, she talked to the boys all the time. Isn't it kind of weird to be shy around your own sex, but totally fine with the opposite sex? Oh wait, maybe she was used to guys spoiling her. The law says you can't judge a book by its cover, right? You think so? I never really saw her as that kind of girl. Okay. Hello, Celeste. Celeste, what are you doing here? This warehouse is amazing. It has absolutely everything one might need to live a full life. From food to clothes to towels, there's an endless supply to choose from. I see that, but have you found anything related to the case? I knew you were going to ask me that. I thought talking about the warehouse itself might misdirect you, but I see it was pointless. Then you did find something? Very well, I will tell you, and only you. Last night I saw her here. Chihiro was in the warehouse. What? Really?
Indeed.
This was right before nighttime. What are you doing out?
This late?
Oh, I was just...
Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps?
What? How did you know?
Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of that duffel bag you're carrying.
Oh, you're right. Thanks. Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Damn. She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
Yes,
I
indeed.
assume she was merely stocking up to go exercise in the morning, but it would appear she ignored the nighttime rule and headed directly to the girls' locker room. If she hadn't broken our rule, none of this ever would have happened. You get what you deserve, I suppose. So apparently, she went to the girls' locker room late at night in order to exercise without anyone knowing. But the strange thing is, there was no trace of the track jacket or duffel bag Celeste said that she saw Chihiro carrying, which would mean the killer would have gotten rid of it somehow. Ooh, rid of it? Oh. Oh no. Have I got enough time?
I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in? It's the moment. You remember where... Please go through the...
Oh god. Begin the class trial, or it's about to begin. Fuck. The red door is right through here. Can I just go? Fuck. So is everyone ready to what? Am I blind or are we missing someone?
Yo.
Yeah, Toko's not here. And Toko is... You really don't remember? Kidding, I'm just kidding. How could I forget that little nut job? She's a crucial part of the class trial this time. Okie dokie, I'll go ahead and drag her out here kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please. And just like he said a few minutes later, he reappeared, dragging Toko behind him. Damn, I told him I didn't want to, but he forced me. I can't believe you drag a girl around. Terrible, you're terrible. Phew, so now everyone's here, right? Okay then, hustle onto the elevator and let's get this show on the road. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
So, shall we get going? It's time to find out who killed Chihiro. Chihiro Fujisaki. She was so gentle, so calm and meek, nobody had any problems with her. Someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. And that murderer is one of us. Someone standing right here. Oh no. Let's go. We have no choice, right? We have to do this. Yes. I gave a small nod in reply. With one last deep breath, I walked towards the elevator on shaky legs. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. As soon as everyone was on, the elevator began to descend. I couldn't get a handle on my emotions, couldn't stop speculating. Huh. The steel box sank with heavy clunking sounds deeper and deeper into the ground. And as we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation, until finally, it came to a sudden stop. It's time! What do you think? I redecorated! Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting? Don't waste our time with stupid questions, let's get this over with. Good, good, you're rip-raring to go. Gotta say, I don't hate it, not at all. Okay then, let's get this show on the road. Everyone, please find your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate, a deadly class trial. Alright, let the trial begin.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class. If you can figure out who...
Yeah, I know already.
Everyone, okay, let's talk about the murder weapon.
First, we have to make clear what was used to deliver the final blow. That would be that one... exercise equipment, I forgot the name of it. Yeah, dumbbell, yeah. Hello.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
What? You think you have some proof that contradicts what I said? No, fuck it. I'm an idiot.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been? I bet it was an iron pipe.
No.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell? Found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood. And there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
Yay! That's so creepy!
Are you one to talk?
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Genocide Jack, the fiendish serial killer. Did he really kill Chihiro? Yeah! A new element has been added to the non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Sure. For this debate, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reaction. The truth bullets will disappear if they hit these lines, so think of them as obstacles in your debate. But there's a way to keep this white noise from getting in your way. Press the A button to attach the silencer, which you can shoot down the white noise. However, if you shoot an actual remark with your silencer, the time limit will decrease, so take careful aim. Alright. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all, in which case you can forget about the silencer. Okay. Which is the A button again? Genocide Jack case file.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on!
Oh.
There's just no proof for it.
Nope.
So,
Fuck.
speaking of Genocide Jack, I don't know who that is!
The culprit is
Genocide. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
No, that's wrong!
I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now. More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Booblust.
No, bro, what?
No. It's actually bloodlust.
But more important is the other characteristic. And it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
Okay. The blood, how the victims was positioned.
Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes.
In fact, it's Toko.
Okay, that's kind of blunt.
What?
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has, like, bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
I mean, if we take in consideration the DID
Is Toko
factor.
Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle? Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
But not to be Toko. The answer is that she's not just one person, but multiple people, right? Yup. Hangman's Gambit. Schizo. Schizo! Hold on! Schizo! Schizo! That was the worst! What? How would that? What?
Because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
That's okay. Huh?
I think I read that somewhere in the file too. They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Oh,
Okay. Oh.
But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
Yeah. Her behavior changed.
You're talking about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can't handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
I guess. I won't let Genocide Jack have control. Yeah, that makes sense. I'll drive out the killer, drive out the murderous fiend.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
Fair.
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How? Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a
So that was the
attitude.
promise.
Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
What?
You promised. I can't believe you lied.
Oh
You
god.
have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to.
Oh, that's mean.
This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale.
Oh man.
Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise...
But don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide have fuck.
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me. That's the only reason I promised.
How
Damn.
many times do I have to tell you? I never said that, but you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it.
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
Person, you don't mean...
Oh god. Are we gonna talk to fucking Genocide Jack? Oh, Toko's body suddenly lunged backwards. A huge thud echoed across the courtroom, but in the next second... Oh god.
Well, hello there. Is it me you were hoping to see?
Genocide Jill?
What the heck? So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
What the fuck
Yeah.
is this?
Toko, what happened to you?
Not Toko. That's a loser name. And what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's fault.
Damn.
So intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun.
This is the murderous fiend Genocide Jack? This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are
Some
your
of
thoughts
us?
on that?
Well, I'll tell you. I am the mastermind of all masterminds. Just kidding.
Then it's not true?
Of course it's not true. How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid?
Damn.
And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless. I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town.
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone. Just kidding again!
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about genocide death. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
Oh, what?
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Maybe. Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. What she said, I need to get some more details about all this. Wait, now I'm fucking confused. What do you mean you didn't? You're not the culprit. Status of the dead body. Huh?
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really?
Oh, fuck.
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need?
What?
Give it up. You killed her.
Oh.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
Oh.
No, what's wrong?
Wait, what now?
Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you! I murder with passion and conviction.
Damn.
I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things.
There was no scissor.
Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee. This is no creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
There's one clear difference between the murders. In the photos from the other genocide, look at the neck and the stomach. Here you'll see a clear difference. The victim's fatal injury.
For one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors.
Yeah, makes sense.
But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, Then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
Damn.
Can you please stop comparing killing people to cooking? So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
That's right, the second difference was related to how she was suspended in the photos. Stabbed through their hands. Here, let's see what was used to suspend her.
Do you remember
They use
what
like
the
a
killer
cord.
used to They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them.
Scissors.
Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use.
Okay, bro.
And you know what
Oh,
else?
what else?
There's two differences. but
Big Mac.
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case.
They're
There's
men.
a pattern there. Just wait. Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Damn. There was a pattern surrounding the genocide. If you look at the names of every victim, I think I figured it out. Because Chihiro was a girl. Yeah, they were all men.
Because Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo, bullseye, right on the money.
Damn.
Talking about.
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
Ken Harada, 32. Yeah. They were a lot of men, right?
They were all guys?
That's right. The people I killed with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men. I can't believe I said it. I'm so embarrassed.
Bro,
What's wrong
what?
with you?
I can't help it. I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl. And the
What?
He just hates it.
Oh god.
Now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam.
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely. When you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Lowly? Cur?
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect.
That does make some amount of sense.
Yeah.
Yes, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
No, because she said she uses her own special ones.
I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class, envy of the entire world scissors.
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
Oh.
Da-da-da-da!
Damn. Holy shit.
She's fully equipped. That's right. So I can kill anywhere, anytime. Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong. You can't, can you? Gutter dogs, all of you. Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's totally out of the question anyway.
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
Maybe.
The body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copy.
Oh my god, it might be by Akuya. Because only he knew, right? Actually, hold on. There is one person. One person who could have copied the Genocide Jack cases. Yeah, by Akuya. Oh
Here's
no.
my answer. Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Then, the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
Oh, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all.
What the fuck?
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
I don't remember. And the locker rooms, they're suspicious, very suspicious indeed. Wouldn't you agree? Almost suspicious? It seems nobody searched the locker rooms. Let's start with the girls' locker room.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should...
Yeah, but we didn't know that yet.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
A new element has been added to the non-stop debates, sure. Next we're going to add the truth flashback. If you aim at a weak spot and hold down the Y button, then you'll memorize that weak spot. This memorized phrase can only be shot once as a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change the truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder. Huh. If you don't seem to have the answer to a lie or contradiction in your head in your loaded truth bullets, it might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use that to make your case. Well, you just have to... okay. Got it. Make your argument. Monokuma file number 2. I don't think I'm gonna need that.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the file. But he was acting weird. How?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check
Oh.
out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it.
What?
That's a natural reaction for any guy.
No, you're just weird.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
Oh.
you wish you'd taken me with you.
Oh my god, you're a weirdo.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
Okay, before we found the body.
Weird.
If you're presented with the opportunity, that's unnatural. The victim
was Chihiro.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
I'll tell you what's so strange about that, because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak. What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead, show us.
What's with Byakuya's attitude? It's like he doesn't even care. I've got him cornered, but he's acting like it has nothing to do with him.
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is? Oh.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
The differences between this case and the other Genocide Jack murders, the evidence that proves Byakuya is responsible is hidden in there? What could it be? Make your argument! Library desk lamp. That might be useful.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors.
No, fuck.
Shoot. difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own, and I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But
Arrange the body?
suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
Yeah.
That's right! It absolutely was!
Yeah.
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I've never seen that rope before in my life.
No, that's wrong! Come on. Get exposed.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because, you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
He's doing it again. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned. As if he's not even involved. Wait, not even involved?
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime.
No, dude.
Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath.
No.
What about all that
The poster. Wait, what was that just now? Something's not right. Chihiro's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room, but does that mean can I really just accept what Byakuya said as the truth? No, I don't think so. There's the scene of the crime.
I got it!
The scene of the crime.
You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown.
Ah, come on.
She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Hey Byakuya, did I just take you off guard? When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Byakuya who'd been so confident up till now. Maybe Byakuya never realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Hey, don't just move on without permission! What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Got it. There was something that was switched between the boys and girls' locker room. Boys... Those!
I got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange? Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, That doesn't really seem to belong in a boy's locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't
Yup.
you? Protein? While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet, but I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, it's not that the stain was scrubbed away. It was moved. And now... Where is it? There!
I got it! The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact,
Holy shit, I'm a
I
legend!
found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think? What? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place? To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader.
No. We found other
But
thingies.
Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room.
Byakuya showed us the little
She had no way
e-handbooks.
to get into the...
No, she did have a way. And I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Is he right? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow? Maybe. Let's hear it. Broken e-handbook.
Is it really possible?
Oh, wait,
Could
this...
Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook.
Hacked?
She was the ultimate programmer after all.
Maybe.
I'm sure that would have been no problem for her. No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's...
No, that's wrong!
No, it's wrong.
Hell yeah.
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
Psst. You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just... wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
What? Is that it then? Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room and Byakuya is the one who did it? Really? But still, I don't know what else I can do.
Hold on a second. I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What? What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial.
Damn.
For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
Okay. So before I even knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. We headed off with Kyoko in the lead, and where she took us was... the murder scene?
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
You want to check it again?
Be sure to examine the entire...
Examine her carefully. No.
It's probably bad. It's not that I'm creeped out or anything. It's just based on religious grounds, you know?
Very well.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
Damn.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura.
What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action?
Bro!
Is that what you two are about?
That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Putting her hands together in a brief prayer, Sakura then began to quietly examine her
Be
body.
sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this?
What?
What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible.
Sakura's eyes were staring wildly at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl is
what?
Is a boy.
What?
I see. So she was actually a he.
Huh?
What?
You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
Ben, it's really true?
Holy.
Chihiro was a guy? Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting. Yes, that certainly does make things much
Well, at least
more
he's not
exciting.
disappointed.
Now let's ride this wave of I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
All right.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
To think that Chihiro was actually a guy. The thought had never even crossed my mind.
And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then,
Ah, shut up.
there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is the most titillating situation!
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
He's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it, but think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who...
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy, if you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Mark it as correct?
He's
Damn.
right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Are you fucking with us right now?
Oh my god.
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility, because if we're wrong, we all die
Fair.
here.
Fair
That's
point.
true.
Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
But if Byakuya didn't do it, then who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? There's one thing we can be sure that we know about the killer. The killer was able to gain access to the real murder scene, which means the killer is a girl. No? Oh, wait.
Shoot!
The killer is a guy!
I got it!
I forgot the fucking murder scene. Since the crime scene was the boys' locker room, you would need a boys' handbook to get in. Since Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have had to use their own. In other words, it had to have been a guy. But that's still not enough. I need to find more clues. Oh. Celeste's account.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer? I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point.
Oh,
That might be
Celeste's.
enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
No, what?
Shoot!
Fucking hell.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer? I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Celeste's.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer.
No, that's wrong. Hell yeah.
I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes. I did see him.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag, and then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
Track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry, but why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So,
Fair.
Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much, enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
What a marvelous friendship!
The point is,
Whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Oh.
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
I do!
Seriously? Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for it.
are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on 2 pieces of evidence that we don't have?
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say, but fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the
It was
bag
blue.
jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Does Chihiro track jacket really hold some clue about the killer? Somehow it's really hard to believe. Oh. Celeste's account.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise.
Yeah.
So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Because exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
No way. Not a chance.
Oh.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
She's right. What he just said now is really odd. How did he know something like that?
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
Oh god. You're cooked! You're fucking cooked.
Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said...
I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag, and then I assumed he headed off to exercise.
She never said anything about the jacket's color, so why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you... You just...
Hey, Celeste. what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died.
Damn.
Cherry? Are you talking about Chihiro? So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit?
I like how she makes like a little nicknames for everyone.
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony,
She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
when Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
It would appear you dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it, to put them on edge.
Damn.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
Really?
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
Because I hate him! The way he thought, the way he was acting.
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude.
Oh, that's
Once
right.
I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You notice such a tiny detail?
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
No. I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah! He would never do something like that! This is a
Oh,
false
no.
accusation!
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem.
My time has nearly come. That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh no.
Yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, no. Now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then, here it is.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
You found it on the ground, right? Then it must belong to... It's Chihiro's.
We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed, I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it.
No, he couldn't. It's unbreakable.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
How did a handbooks break? There's only one possible explanation. By hitting its weak point.
You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
Yeah! You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip. But I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and 2 of them broke in quick succession, then
we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already. Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands.
Damn.
But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break.
I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
Oh, and they were in the
Temperature in
sauna.
the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and stiff.
Interesting. I learned one new fact today.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Yeah.
And the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Find out. Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
Because they were in the
Found
sauna.
out by accident.
What do you mean?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
Yeah.
Seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
Who might have brought their handbook into the sauna? It had to be the one who wore all their clothes into the sauna. It was... all their clothes. It was you! Where are you? Where are you? It was you!
Here's my answer.
Here's my answer.
Your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What? Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not
Oh
too
my
long
god.
ago, remember? And
It-
for the
oh
contest,
god.
Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it beyond the shadow of a doubt. I did. I don't remember this. Broken e-handbook, Chihiro's handbook, card reader. Oh.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
I'm sure Mondo's handbook broke during their sauna show. That if I can just somehow prove that, then that will show that the handbook Mondo has must actually be...
Let's test Makoto's assertion.
or
If what he says is correct, then Mondo,
Chihiro's handbook.
you broke your own handbook.
In other words, If Mondo's handbook is actually...
Wait! Holy shit, that might actually make sense.
Is right.
Holy shit.
My goddamn handbook works just fine.
Fuck.
Shoot.
Let's test if what he says
You broke your own handbook.
In other words, if not, then that proves.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all.
What?
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
Wait a second.
If Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all. Mario
Wrong.
wouldn't hurt a fly.
Let's
Wrong.
test Makoto's
Hell yeah.
If what he said,
Come on.
You broke your own handbook.
In other words, if then that proves that
Well, my goddamn handbook works
Wrong.
just fine.
What? Fuck.
Shoot.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is
actually then that proves.
Well, my goddamn handbook works.
Yeah, you're wrong. I don't know why you're wrong, but you're wrong. Holy shit, this is kind of stressful.
Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall, isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually worked. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's. Yes?
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student. But if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch. What's wrong, bro? Come on! Tell him he's wrong! You are wrong! You have to be wrong! Everything you just said is wrong!
You made it all up.
Okay,
Damn.
then why don't we look that way? Everything will become clear. And we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Alright. It's time. Okay. So,
Here's exactly what happened. First, at the time, that something was a... With bag in hand, she made... But how could the victim...
I got it right.
Simple. Because she was really a he, which is why he was able to use his own handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him.
Got it right again.
Seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro,
Oh no.
and attacked him.
What? What do you mean? What else could fit here? Oh, maybe that.
The killer is you! And attack.
Oh, right, okay.
And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from. It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned. Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide. Then, removing the bloody poster, and finally carrying the corpse. A girl's handbook was nestled. This alone doesn't prove it. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem.
Hell yeah.
And that's exactly how the killer, with the carpet and the poster they brought. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker. That could have been the end if Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation.
Come on, man. Fucking Byakuya. Why is he gotta mess up shit?
On the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work.
Oh, fucking hell.
To string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter.
No? What? What about this?
The killer is you!
Hell yeah!
And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook.
Hell yeah.
And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadgets. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out.
Hell yeah. I caught you!
Isn't that right, Mondo Orada?
I caught you, bro! You're cooked.
Wait. No. This can't be right. Where's your evidence? Yeah. Where's your evidence? You need evidence. You need proof! Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him!
Evidence that Mondo is the killer that already revealed itself earlier in the trial. If I can somehow show where Mondo's handbook is right now. I mean... Oh, what is this? Absolutely. Let's talk a bit about Fever Time and Nega Time. During a bullet time battle, if you press the RB... Oh god. I forgot how this shit works.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False.
Oh, you're cooked.
Evidence. I won't listen. False.
You're cooked.
I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False.
Fuck.
Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. You're corrupt.
You're fucked.
Show me some evidence.
This should prove it.
You're fucked. Easy.
If my thinking Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon. In which case, once we do that...
We don't gotta do that.
Oh?
Yeah. Yeah, I did it. I killed him.
Oh my god, bro. That's the trial. Oh god. I didn't really expect him to kill anyone.
Bro, what are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting! No holding on! Time for the moment we've all been waiting for! Grab your lever and give it a yank! Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice? Or what's it gonna be?
Yeah, he's cooked. Guilty! Oh god. This was more complicated than it had to be, bro. If Byakuya hadn't shown up.
What?
Uh-oh, this time it looks like you got it right again. Yes, it is so. The Blackened that killed Chihiro Fujisaki was Mondo Owada. In case you're wondering, the vote was not anonymous. Kiyotaka chose the wrong answer. You're treading very close to danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful. I refuse to believe it. There's no way he would kill someone. Sorry. Why are you apologizing? Why? Why did you do it? Well, it looks like Mondo's taken a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf. The story of the murder this time is the sad story of two men. Oh, but for anyone who doesn't really want to hear, you can hit the B button to fast forward the text. Anyway, there was once a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak even though you're a boy. He'd heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and buried himself further and further into that weakness, to take on that fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that as his way out. Now nobody will be able to say anything about even though you're a boy. But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him and was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear, instead it only grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak. Weak. Damn. Once the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then that lovely and hateful Monokuma announcement, the revealing of the embarrassing secrets, which of course included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dressed like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy. And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair. And yet...
I'm sorry.
I don't really want to talk about it right now, but I also don't want to leave things the way they are, so maybe I can talk about it later. After I try my best to become strong, then I can tell everyone. Annoyingly, he used the threat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right.
Now's my chance. I'm going to get stronger and accept who I am. Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay, I'll get better. With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. And so, that day, he made a commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retrain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it. When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask for someone's help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first and then ask them to help him from there. The person he went to,
yeah, that's right.
It was me. Yup, it sure was. The biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. So Chihiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret. Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to. Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help give me some courage. So he went and asked Mondo to help him become strong. That was his aspiration. And he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that.
Correct.
So then that must be why Mondo did what he did, to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro. Huh? Did what he did? You mean that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room into the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Wasn't that to cover up what he'd done?
Certainly.
That could have been part of it, but I didn't think it was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he'd made to Chihiro. But how does moving the body keep his secret? Because if everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity, so he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook, see? Then Mondo did all that to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro, who he'd also killed. Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why? Why did you... Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it after all. The possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed.
What is this?
That's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something he didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone? It's impossible.
Don't make me
How many times must I repeat myself? To judge others based on by your own standard is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can, that's all there is to it. Well, while we're on the subject, why don't I tell you? The embarrassing memory, that secret he didn't want anyone to know.
Hey!
You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother. Damn. Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. But the only reason he had the chance to join a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Mondo's older brother's name was Daya Owada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo ever got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang. And before anyone knew it, it had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, number one in the gang, and his number two, his younger brother, Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy. But when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation, began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul. The kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created this game with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Can someone like that really be our leader? All that'll do is make the gang look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of the other members of the gang. Which is why I gotta get stronger. Stronger than Daya. Once, just one time. No matter what, I gotta win.
Don't fuck with me.
I don't care what it takes. I gotta come out on top. And on that night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. But during the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly... Oh man. Fucking hell. Laying in his kid's brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. My bad, kid. I fucked up. Sorry. Of course he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened. Hey kid, the rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. Cause it's the team, you and me, put together. It's a promise between men. He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang. in order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother. He could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that had caused the accident, and as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kids who's bested his big brother. Daya was gonna lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother. I'm strong. Strong. And yet, as soon as our killing game began, he realized no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the lovely, the hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. At that point it was clear that I would have no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his own older brother. No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I'd been carrying around, it would have all been for nothing. So that's why I, Mondo, after I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled up with kind of fuzzy uneasiness and just started swirling around. I never felt anything like it before. I didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say, but after a while that fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down in my stomach. And it was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. And right there, he told me a secret. Seriously? Jesus. Yeah, I'm sorry I lied to you. But why? Why now? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden? Huh? Because I mean, you've kept that secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would...
But...
You're right, but...
I want to change.
I wrap myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever. His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing the lie I'd been living myself. I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong, it can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us.
You piece of...
So what, you're saying I should just say it?
What?
You're saying if I really am, I should just be able to tell everyone my secret? Huh? I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness to try and overcome it. It was the kind of strength I've never had. So I was jealous of him. And that jealousy broke me.
What?
Are you making fun of me? I'm strong. Are you fucking with me right now?
No.
I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo. I felt like I could hear something starting to creak. Something inside my head. What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? What, was I supposed to just sit back, let my secret get revealed and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
Why did you have to tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face? No, I just really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah,
that's right. I am strong. I'm strong. Strong. Stronger than you. And stronger than Daya. I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was laying at my feet, covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand, and I was just staring at him, down on the ground. Hey. I killed him.
I killed Chihiro. Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
I just realized this guy kind of sounds like Zhongli from Genshin Impact. He was normally so aggressive, so angry. He hid that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness like that lived in a heart like his, and it turned him cold-blooded. God damn it. Look at him, you see, you're all just like him. For a secret from the past, for a memory. For that, he killed another living human in cold blood. He couldn't cut free of his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? Cause I sure don't. You bastard. Just shut up, you son of a bitch. Go ahead, say that again, I dare you.
Yep.
Okay, I'll say it as many times as I want. Is what I want to say, but unfortunately I can't do that right now because the time for punishing is fast approaching. Punishing? You mean execution? That's what I promised you, right? The blackened that deserves a piece will be punished.
Ridiculous.
Hold on.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
For Mondo Owada, the ultimate biker gang leader. No, wait.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Oh god. I said wait.
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. from one man to another.
Oh, fuck. It is game over for Mondo. I'm curious what his punishment will look like. Nope. Oh, what the hell? Oh, a circus. I'm quite familiar with those. The Cage of Death. Damn. He's just gonna rotate until it passes out or something? Oh, God. Holy shit, he's going super fast. No. What happened? What happened? Where is he? Huh? The fuck? Oh. He got made into butter? Bro, what? What the fuck? Laugh at death and your soul will forever be at peace. It can't be. My brother. Another murder and another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. Rah! As Taka's sad screams invaded our skulls, we were each forced to realize once again. But he, of course, he had to. What a disappointment. This is the end of the game. Byakuya? You're completely insane, you know that? A game? One of our friends is dead, do you realize that?
Naturally.
Of course I do, because this game is life or death.
Hey.
I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response, except that
However,
I just don't understand why. Why did you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
Why? Isn't it obvious? Because it made things more interesting. His voice was calm, emotionless, like the voice of death. It chilled me to the bone. Last night, when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual.
Honestly.
So you ignored the nighttime rule too. That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing.
Well, I don't particularly care. Please continue. The night grew late, and I decided to return to my room, which is when I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room. After he'd gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse. What, you mean you actually witnessed the murder? He was such a fool. He didn't have the slightest idea that I'd seen him. So you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning?
That's right.
Indeed, but if that had been the end of it, how boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. Which is why I decided to lend a little helping hand. I thought it would liven things up. You did all that to liven things up? So after hearing about Genocide Jack from Toko, you decided to use that to create the fake murder scene. But damn, man, if we hadn't figured out who'd really done it, you would have been dead too, right? Well, obviously I would have revealed the truth before it reached that point. Of course. Byakuya turned and looked me in the eye. I could feel his sharp eyes piercing into me. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did, and I was able to perform an interesting experiment. Once I do decide to become blackened, I now know who I'll have to watch out for. What?
correct.
So that was your reason. Are you satisfied?
Indeed.
Yes, we're done listening to your story. Moving on.
Hey.
There's someone I'd like to ask, there's something I'd like to ask Monokuma.
What's this?
Oh, I'm up next?
You.
You like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is, why? Do you like them? But you know, this punishment, this despair, is not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift for mankind itself.
What?
You're over-exaggerating. I'm not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair.
Damn.
What do you mean?
Huh?
Mean? Mean? Mean?
What the
Min. Good grief, I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing. Whatever, it doesn't matter. In the end, I'm going to stand alone as a victor, and then everything will be revealed to me. Ah, the noble son of a noble family. Truly you understand me. Hoo-hoo, I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship. Shut up, I would never stoop to the level of a childish criminal like you. Let me just say this. After I have achieved complete victory, you're up next. I'm going to find you and kill you, understand?
In the name of my family.
In the name of Togami family, for which victory is a foregone conclusion. Ooh, so cool. It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash mob for you. I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you. Temper. Sounds like someone needs a nap. Damn. Monokuma's laughter peeled across the courtroom and the curtain closed on the case of Chihiro and Mondo. But I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was the kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell had more of a future than us. All of our courage and our effort, our friendship, it felt like it now amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair. Fuck.
Well, anyway, like I was saying, this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really
what is this?
good. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part.
What?
You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right? Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now. So just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
Who are you talking to? There's one thing I'd like to ask you.
As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Who is it? The 16th high school student, I mean.
My. You really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied. Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friend.
Damn. Now I have even more questions than answers. Well, this video is getting a bit too long, so I think we'll stop it here. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. And stay safe, everyone. And stay silly.